Hi, hello, welcome, everyone. It's Monster of the Week. We've been away for about a month, as is tradition for us. I am joined by the regular cast and crew, minus a Neon, who is absent from the table, but not from our hearts, as they are away at TwitchCon. Let's run through those normal group people. We're going to go in a very haphazard order, because fuck you, that's why. Quattro, say things about yourself and your character.
Hello and hey, my name is Quattro Hazard, the musical Skelespectre, but today I'm playing Frankie, and I'm kind of the magic man of the group. I am the expert, and I know things. I sit here and I know things is what I do. Anyway,
I like your funny words, Magic Man.
We do indeed like your funny words. You are the magic man of the group for the most part. Fangy.
Hi everyone, I'm Fangy. I'm a comfy shapeshifting cryptid streamer, but today I'm playing Haunted Harmony, everyone's favorite paranormal live screamer. She is using the Flake playbook. So, conspiracy theories and yeah.
And yeah. Yeah. Let's see ya. Go.
Yeah. Hi, I'm Melissa Wonders Z, the shapeshifting bunny from the depths of the earth, and I'm playing Satsuki today. Which, is a is a ball of chaos that is barely kept in control by everyone here.
Very often the case, yes.
wait, we can keep you in control?
I mean, Kaizad prevented me from drinking the spooky
That's true.
I was
whiskey.
about to say,
That's true.
my dad has done it once.
Satsuki is the wronged for anyone who is following along with playbooks. Speaking of the Bug Dad, Kaizad, say some words.
Hello, I'm Kaiser Tidicha, the Broken Crimson Dragon, and I am known for horror, and so much more. And today I am playing Deontay the Monstrous, also known as Bug Dad.
You are that. Yep, we learned a lot about Deontay very recently. Abs.
Hi, it's me, Abster, the Wholesome Water Dragon. I am today playing Faye, the Mundane. Yay.
Hey.
She has a gun.
She has.
Yeah.
And she does not hesitate to use it.
So, anyway, sound blasted.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't
To be
meant to
fair-
be strong, but the dice said that I'm allowed to be.
To be fair, you're the normal human stuck in all of this. Your one defense is gun, and you use it
Look,
as
Yeah.
such.
It does make sense that she would know how to use a gun considering the shit she's been through.
Exactly.
Definitely her
Like, everyone else
experiences
has got
have...
magic or like cool kicking powers or like big ass muscles, and it's just phases like, yeah, no, fuck that gun.
Look, if I ran into a monster and it was trying to kill me, well, I mean, there'd probably be a different side of that discussion first, but I would probably want a gun, just in case. But yeah, we normally are joined by a Neon who is not present, but I will go ahead and drop the link to their stuff as we do as courtesy. Neon normally plays Tigress, the luchadora. That's everyone except for me. But if you're here, you probably know me by now. So I'm not going to introduce myself, because that feels weird and awkward. I'm not going to do it. What we are going to do is introduce the session, though. So... it has been about a month since our last encounter, where... what happened? Would someone like to recap for us?
No.
We met, Deontay's in-laws, right?
You did.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
They kind of suck.
They really suck.
They really
suck.
suck.
Yeah.
They very much suck.
I got to threaten a guy with an unloaded shotgun at the safety on.
You did do that. It was not Deontay's in-laws that you threatened.
Yeah, no, true. That was just a random ass dude that didn't. That was
That
sitting in the corner.
that was playing magic.
Yeah.
Basically, there was
Bitch had a blue
evidence
deck.
that, like, a creature was eating people.
Mm-hmm.
And Deontay's brother-in-law very much wanted it to be Deontay, so that he would have a nice excuse to take him out.
To finish off what he did to the rest of my family.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Asshole.
Yeah.
Yes.
Very much. That's the entire side except for my wife.
And we should have decked him in the face, but we were
Oh,
big
I
people.
wanted to.
You did, but
Look, if you all deck him in the face, I'm the one who has to hear about
Yeah.
it later.
Yeah. I'm not
Didn't we
saying
set
you
the monster free?
you did.
We did.
Yeah, we told
Hell
him
yeah.
to get out of town.
Yeah. Okay. Right. I was,
Him and her. She
Yeah,
was a
both
monster.
of
He
them.
was a monster
Yeah,
fucker.
Right. Yeah.
Hmm.
And then we
So
went a
they're
side tangent with the
doing-
goblins.
Oh man, I should have told him how many kids he should expect.
Oh no.
Just should have been like, man, you need to wrap it up.
He's gonna find out.
I wasn't expecting Deontay to give us an after-school abstinence special.
No, I did not say abstinence. How dare you?
Fine, sex ed, just more
There
generally.
we go.
Monster fucker sex ed. Great.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, so lots of a very heated family reunion, we'll say. It has been about a month since then, and things today are heated in a different way. The news has been abuzz with normal-ish topics, as you'd expect of whatever goes on in this particular region of California. One thing that is, of course, unfortunate and very common and in the news cycle fairly often are fires. There's several fires that are going on in the region. A new one, though, has cropped up very recently, past few days, just south of our hometown of San Francisco, where the party is located. And you all at first would have paid it no real attention. It would just be the news. You'd be going on doing other things, dealing with your lives, your personal lives, your other hunts you're on, whatever you do in your off time, and things of that sort. However, those more magically inclined among you, I can think of at least one, would know very well that something felt off. But the news stories itself, it was simply being outside, which, to be fair, is something maybe Frankie doesn't do super often. But when you go outside, you would just feel kind of bad. You would feel the kind of feeling you get when you are like photosensitive and looking into a light. If you just are facing towards the south at any point during your day, you would kind of get that like burning sensation, almost the beginnings of a headache and just sensory overload, just from kind of being around that, just from the ambient magic emanating from that direction, because you are sensitive to those things, and you in fact actively tap into that fairly often, trying to use your sight to feel out magical auras and energies and things. But even on a more basic level, any sort of magic user kind of has a vibe check. They can kind of get a feel for things, kind of low-lying and ambient. That sort of like, that tingle, that sensation of something being off or just magic in the air, as it were. It's feeling very amplified from that direction, to the point where it's alarming for you.
I think Harmony literally texts Frankie, vibe check.
Yeah.
Vibe check. I'm just gonna
I feel like that's just something that occasionally goes on in our group chat. Just like, hey, I was thinking about you, vibe check.
Well, it is also worth pointing out as well, Harmony, although not by any means a proper student of magic in any regard, she's dabbled a little bit here and there. She probably also gets some kind of strange vibes.
Yeah, I think that's why I messaged Frankie.
I don't have premonition anymore, but do I have a vibe check? Probably not a vibe check anymore. Can I? I don't think I can do sight from a distance. Can I? Like, to feel
I mean,
magical influence?
You can. Again, I did kind of like indicate that it's something you can do. If you want,
Cool.
if you want to like actively, again, it's kind of the equivalent of like knowingly looking into the sun. But you can do that.
Yeah, I guess I could do that.
Taste the sun.
This is the magical sun.
Yeah.
It's the entire reason I'm mostly blind is that I was a dumbass that stared at the sun in a staring contest.
So I'm gonna open my Frankie eyes, and the sun is a deadly laser.
All right. What do you see with your special eyes?
Let's find out.
What do you see with your special eyes? Is it
Oh,
my
wow.
hand?
Oh, everything.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
The sun.
Oh, I just realized.
Mhm.
So the site counts as like it's extra magical stuff, but it counts as investigative mystery.
Yes, I remind
now
you of
have-
this
I
every
now-
time.
Right. But I also have advanced the advanced mystery.
Okay.
Investigative mystery now.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So you can ask freely instead of being restricted to just the list. So, what questions would you like to ask about here? You do still have the same number of holds from the success, but they can be whatever you want.
Vibe check? just flat out vibe check. No. I
You
guess
can't get it out of your head, can you?
No. I guess. Could be anything. How powerful am I of a magical force am I sensing from there?
Sure.
If anything, I suppose.
So it is as you kind of like tune into the site, the magical reading and sensations you have actively looking into it. You do sense that it is powerful, but only in a sort of concentrated fashion. Whereas you had kind of looked, towards the horizon, that direction, and you had that like burning, like I said, looking into like a fire or a light or very photosensitive. As you kind of zone in on it a little bit, you get the sense that it is like a singular point that's radiating outward. It's not like a widespread thing, but that there is a very concentrated power in one direction at one point. And you also do get the sense that it feels powerful to you as someone who knows what magic is and how it functions, but you also get the sense that whatever it is growing in power. So it has not fully reached whatever potential it has.
Someone's chewing 5 gum.
I hate that I understand.
That's exactly what it is.
Oh.
Okay, got you. Okay, I think I understand. So my other, I got one more. I think I'm gonna hold for just a minute.
Okay.
While I relay that information to the group.
Sure.
So basically confirming that there is magic there. It's concentrated, and whatever it is growing in power. So maybe
you do also get
burning
the
for
sort of
food?
magical read from, again, just it being the site as opposed to another kind of investigative mystery.
True.
What I will give you from this, again, you have a general sense of how to read kind of magical signatures. You're familiar with, this is, fucking cursed magic from the doll, or like this is, some other
Right.
spellcaster, or, this is like, a fey creature, or things like that. You have that kind of like enough knowledge, understanding of things, and experience with things that you can get a general feel for stuff. This, while it's not something you're definitely familiar with in any regard, you do just kind of immediately clock it. You immediately vibe check and be like, yeah, this is elemental fire, as in primal energy fire. Like it's not like some byproduct, it's not demonic, it's the primal energy of fire.
Okay.
Think an extinguisher's gonna work?
That's what I was thinking.
Might need a very large one, very powerful. Maybe a fire extinguisher with ice elemental magic. I don't know.
I can't do a lot of that magic bullshit.
But I think that means that if it's growing in power, it probably needs to burn everything around it to increase its power. And if it's doing that, then it will just keep going. I think that it needs to be stopped at the source.
Well, I'm stumped. My usual plan is throw a Molotov at it.
We need the opposite of that.
Fight fire
Yeah.
with fire?
If it's
Don't
anything
do
like
that.
Paragram Go, a water type and a fire type would kind of like cancel each other out.
Mm-hmm. Rock types also cancel out fire types. What? That's a Pokemon thing.
I know, but you're right.
So I thought I was right for once. Learning.
I
I
mean,
guess that'd be smothering the fire.
Yeah.
Can we smother the fire?
Let's give the elemental a hug.
I think that would burn a little.
it would probably hurt a lot.
With a fire retardant blanket.
I mean, to Harmony's points, I've never summoned anything, but you could potentially summon an opposite elemental, but that might just be worse in the end. I don't know.
It's gonna end up Groudon versus Kyogre.
Maybe. It could completely cancel out, or it might be locked in struggle for a while. But, that's an option. Anyway, it is.
So how's the people currently handling the situation?
So as much as you do know, like has been on the news the past couple of days, and there definitely are people out there like trying to actively fight the fires. It is thankfully not as widespread or bad as maybe some of the other ones have been, because it's fairly new and recent, and also it fortunately started a bit closer to the coast, so it's only kind of fanning out from one direction. The sort of initial reports from it were that it was like, probably campers on the beach and stuff, and it kind of spread out from there.
Damn.
I'm just glad it wasn't another gender reveal party. That would not be Skibbity.
Oh no. No. No.
It was inevitable.
Say that
Harmony was
if
going
you-
to say Skibbity at some point.
If you say that in the group chat, there
Oh,
will
I
be, like-
absolutely do. I absolutely do.
You'll also see lots of typing from Deontay, racing typing,
Multiple
typing, and
people are typing.
finally, you just did a toilet emoji.
Oh god.
Nice. I bet his kid told him that.
Still in my 30s.
I'm on screaming emoji.
Deontay's forever going to be ancient in Harmony's mind. She thinks you're like at least 50.
So how were the pharaohs like?
You just ask.
Pharaohs? The pharaohs?
Yeah, with how ancient you are.
Oh.
You know, back in my day, it was black and white, and we had to vote on the color of dirt.
Back in my day, I'm old enough to say back in my day.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you. You get it.
Back in my day, Google was just born.
Right.
Is there any other information gathering, discussions to be had, planning to be done?
So far, does it show like the pattern of the fire? If it's going in a certain direction, if it seems to.
Sure. Yeah. Like I said, it's kind of radiating outward from the coast southward. Hold on one second. I can give you a little bit more specific information because this will be readily available. This is like in the news and stuff. So again, you all are located in San Francisco. The fire itself started out in the out between San Francisco and the smaller kind of suburb town of Montara, in some like parks, the Green Valley Park. It's right along the coast. So from the point where it's assumed to have started, the general area, it's kind of radiated outward in both directions and also further east. If it matters at all, like, you've kind of been out this way previously. In the Chupacabra adventure, the Goatmen, they're a little bit, they're like, maybe half an hour to the east of that. So they're not like an immediate threat of it, but it's like, yeah, I guess down the line, they're kind of in the path.
Okay, I was checking if the fire had seemed directed somewhere, since it is.
No, again, looking at it at the news, yeah, it's kind of like radiating outward from. So in a,
Regular.
yeah, moving
pattern,
out,
alright.
moving outward in all directions at a fairly even rate. Of course, barring the fact that it simply cannot go west because there is just coast that way. But yeah,
Well,
and
we
that's
can
why it's like
pinpoint
that's
where
why
to
it's
go.
yeah, that's why it's kind of concerned right now, because it is like it's blocking all traffic between San Francisco and that smaller town, and is rapidly approaching the extents of either of them, and it's probably going to start being a problem, as well as of course just burning up the wilderness out there.
So we know exactly where to go for the center point.
Yeah, more or less. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
hard to pinpoint exactly, but you know the general region fairly well. I see Harmony. You wanted to connect the dots. What you got
Yep.
here?
I got 10, so that's hold 3. And I'm going to hold on to them for now because we don't really know much yet.
Yeah, so Harmony is plotting and planning and trying to gather what information she can and put it together
Yeah,
in
then-
some way.
Yeah,
but
actually,
no
you know what,
conclusions drawn yet.
I will ask one.
Okay,
When and where will the next critical event occur?
sure.
I'm gonna give us a destination.
Yeah,
Mhm.
okay.
The fire.
So you, again, since people are tuning into the news and trying to figure out information that way, Satsuki is kind of on it. You listen in at the same time. And you catch something they kind of breeze through that very easily could have been, forgotten about or looked over had you not been paying close attention to the report. And the fact is that the campsites, where the fire is assumed to have started, have largely been evacuated, but not entirely, and they're still looking for people out there. So you would imagine that there's probably some connection between people who have actively gone missing and not turned up anywhere.
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna point that out and say, there are some people missing. They might be involved, or they might just be in danger. But either way, it'd probably help if we went there and looked at the campsites.
So,
Anyone have a
Corcoran-
good way to protect from fire, though?
I was actually about to say
Sorry.
No, you're fine. I'm bringing. I don't have like full-on respirators or anything like that, but we can still bring some heavy-duty masks. to
Just
keep out
grab
a lot
some
of
that we had
stuff.
from the pandemic.
A little more hardcore than that, but yes. And then I'm also gonna bring goggles for everybody.
I could,
Alright, wonderful.
if we have ways to protect ourselves from the fire, I was gonna prepare maybe some kind of spell that could protect us, but instead I could figure out a spell that maybe could damage this thing a bit better. If you want that instead. Actually,
Leave it to the mundane to at least deal with fire. Well, if it's elemental / magic fire, who knows if whatever mundane means we use will work in the first place.
yeah,
The gas masks are a good idea because, we did the
Well,
Is
we're
that-
hailing
gas.
now.
Is that something we could research? Whether or
I'm-
not magical fire behaves differently?
Absolutely.
Well, yeah. So I have one hold left. But I'm flip-flopping between two questions now. I was gonna ask before what its weakness might be, but also another one would be, how can we protect ourselves? But
You've got one hold. I will say either
Yeah.
of those questions are valid and I'll have an answer for
Yeah.
you. But take your pick.
I'm gonna assume, since I felt the concentrated power in the one spot,
Sorry.
that what it's causing is normal fire then, and not magical fire, in a sense. And so, I think I'm gonna find out how we can actually hurt it. So I'm gonna ask, what's its weakness?
Sure. So, while Frankie is, again, usually more versed in other kinds of magic, just based on how he's learned his spells,
Yeah.
you do have an understanding of the fundamental grasps of magic and how elemental stuff does work. And yes, magical fire is different than regular fire in the sense that it is more intense and it's it has a different nature to it. Still, though, all elements kind of act and interact with each other. So, water is genuinely a solution in terms of like dealing with it. You would probably need quite a lot of it, but any sort of normal firefighting means you can employ would at least be somewhat effective against any sort of creature that's based around fire. Even if that is magical fire, just maybe less effective than fighting a conventional fire, but they are still effective. Beyond that, though, you also, because you kind of like lock in on, that point of magic that you've since the sort of origin point, you know very well that any sort of magical stuff tends to, but not always, mimic natural things in a lot of ways. If you snuff out a fire from its source of origin, then it's going to make it a lot harder for it to spread. So, you are of the mind that if you're looking for weaknesses, conventional firefighting means should be effective, and also that you kind of want to target the source.
Okay, so bringing some fire extinguishers.
Fire extinguishers, water, if we could somehow get in a large amount. I could try and... I don't know if it would be more effective or not, but remember when we used the magical laser flashlight against the chupacabras? Maybe I can enchant the fire extinguishers to have like a wider blast or something.
Maybe. Because we do need to reach the top of the trees, like,
Yeah.
that shit's gonna be on fire as well.
Just as a question, was this campsite near any water sources, like a lake or anything?
Yes, so again,
The ocean.
Yeah, the ocean.
Ocean. No, how close is it?
Well, again, so the fire has been spreading over a kind of a region, so the initial campsites, so they think, were campsites along the beach. So,
Okay.
but yes, as I said, it's spread out quite a bit now into other, more open wilderness that is more like, your forests and open brushland, that sort of thing. So, it depends on where you are, but yes, there definitely there is at least one large water source near the fire.
Okay, that we actually can get to.
Maybe-
All we're saying is, like, we really can't bring water. That's not unless we like brought the truck instead of the van.
I have a very quick question.
Hmm.
Yes.
Are there, because it's a wildfire, are there firefighters there?
Yes, actively.
Oh, true.
Okay, and we
Like-
don't really need to worry about bringing.
Yeah, I was thinking if we need to, we could go over to them and
Be sneaky motherfuckers and steal it from them.
or talk to them. You've got me and Harmony. We can probably between us. Talk
I'm
to
super
Yeah.
good at
borrow
I'm super
hose.
good at that.
You're
Yeah.
Fair
brilliant
enough.
at that.
Are we gonna be deputy firefighters?
Honorary firefighters.
Honorary firefighters?
Meanwhile, I'm probably just gonna walk straight through, like, fuck this.
I was gonna say
You're on
that
fire! Oh, thank you.
if people brought whatever fire extinguishers or water guns to my place,
Water guns.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's possible. It's portable, but it might not be enough.
What
but I
about those,
could
like, weird
enchant
fire
them
retardant
here
foam launchers?
with my occult tomes? But what's that?
What about those weird fire retardant foam launchers?
Does anyone have those though?
I mean, we sure don't.
I mean, if we had them, then that's one thing.
Do you think it'd be possible to get a hold of some, Drek?
I'm saying this as me, the human here,
Mhm.
behind the dragon, behind the screen, behind the game. I don't know where you would get those. If they are conventionally like commercially available to people, then sure. I don't know that they are or aren't. If you can like quote me on that, sure, we can talk. But
Let's see.
Can I make like a Ghostbusters style backpack with like fire extinguisher foam stuff?
are you capable of doing that? Yes. It would probably take some time.
It's just
Can
small
I
cans for
phone
them,
a
I think.
friend?
You know what? Sure. You have contacts. You probably have somebody who is very very handy, very technical and crafty. Go ahead and get me in
In
that
the
friends
next
roll.
video. Tell them it would be in the next video.
Yeah, I'll pay them an exposure.
They have an exposure. Yeah,
Harmony is
exactly.
the worst.
Yay!
Oh my God.
Okay.
It worked.
It works!
Yeah.
Exposure!
Yay!
Yeah,
Yes.
free stuff.
So what do you tell this person to like
I want
get
a
them in on
Ghostbuster
this?
backpack.
Hmm.
Except instead of like sucking up ghosts, it like spits out extinguisher foam.
Okay, sure.
That way I
Someone.
still have my hands free if I need to like hold my gun or something.
Yeah.
But then,
This one does.
Yeah, someone is very happy for the design challenge. They're probably gonna like record the process of them making it so they can have that featured later on, or at least they convince themselves that's what you'll do. Whether or not you actually do is up to you. But they're gonna get to work on that.
Nice.
I can enchant that for you. type of
Yeah.
thing. But yeah, I wouldn't be
Excited to
able
get that
to.
enchanted.
If we're aiming to get the big guns of like whatever the firefighters have brought, we'll just be using that as it is because I will not be able to enchant something that big or do something with that. But
I have a question above board, above table.
Mm-hmm.
Just because this might be a very stupid question.
No such
Which
thing.
Would salt water actually help? Because salt can make fire worse, can't it? So does salty water actually put
No,
fire out?
I think it still works because I'm pretty sure that's what Harrison Ford does when he takes his
Fair.
helicopter out with a big bucket.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, no, salt water is still effective in putting out fires. It's just less desirable.
Okay,
It's because the salt will
understood.
affect the environment around the plants and everything. It'll
Okay, that's
Mhm.
fuck
fine.
up the
Yeah, because
the
it'll
ecosystem.
it'll evaporate all the water, but the salt will stay there.
Yeah.
So I was thinking if we're taking like water guns and stuff, we'll probably have to refill in the ocean, which means it'll probably just be less. Yeah. Sorry, I just
No,
very
that's a
naughty.
very good,
Valid.
very valid thingamagig. Because I
Thingamagig.
can't say words. Yeah,
Thingamagig.
thingamagig.
Also, if we're bringing water guns, Deonte's bringing actual super soakers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kids?
You definitely would have them.
Does it have like a kid's name on it?
No, because they don't sell super soakers anymore. These
Wait,
are
really?
authentic 90s ones. They just actually restarted selling super soakers. They stopped selling them for a long time.
For real? What the
Oh.
fuck?
Yeah, yeah, it was really stupid.
What?
In that case, Harmony's like, what are those antiques, old man?
Long.
What are those antiques
I
old
have
man
both
comes
the
up with a
biggest
Ghostbuster?
grin and the fucking.
Yeah, but there's new Ghostbusters. So it
Yeah,
depends on
exactly.
which pack which Ghostbuster pack you're basing.
Depends which one the fan made.
True.
It's up to them.
Let's just go.
Whatever things you want enchanted, if you want to bring them to my place before for preparation, I can try. But
How about
if anyone is bringing anything,
Yeah.
if we want to try to enchant the goggles, or
The which?
Ooh,
The
so maybe you could like
goggles
see
or
through
the-
smoke?
Yeah,
Ooh.
I could try. Yeah, whatever people have.
Can I grab myself a fire retardant jacket? At like, I don't know, Marks.
I
or
mean,
something?
that would be easy enough to do. Yes.
what is a Marks?
I don't know. First website that popped up on Google.
Mark's a Canadian thing. It might be a Canadian thing.
It
I have
says
to assume
.com,
it is.
not
Warehouse.
.ca. It says .com, not
Mark's
.ca. So I don't know.
Then maybe
I
not.
searched fire retardant jacket.
Where can I
Marks, Uline, Amazon are the first 3 sponsored fucking things.
Amazing.
Either way, yeah, it wouldn't be hard to find something like that.
And I'm wearing it over my big jacket that I already wear because I'm never taking that fucker off.
Fair enough. I will say you will be incredibly overheating with 2 layers of jackets and also a fire, but go off.
Technically, you're wearing the same thing a firefighter would, though.
Yes.
Yeah, you're gonna be sweating, but at least you're not gonna get burned.
Yeah.
Is the thing. Just
Sure.
we're gonna have to bring so much water.
Okay. So
I'm
what
gonna
what
get
is
home looking like I just finished a session with Tigers.
what is the sum total of things you have acquired to bring? I know Harmony has her Ghost Hunter style backpack.
Does
Um,
everyone want a fire retardant jacket?
I feel like that's a very good idea.
Probably not a bad idea. Yeah.
Alright,
Yeah.
5.
Okay, yeah, if you
Okay.
can acquire them.
Yeah, again, I feel like that would be pretty easy to find.
And they're
You
not
are in,
exactly pricey looking
Right.
at the...
And you're in like a major like metropolitan area. Like you could easily find somewhere to go buy that.
Especially a metropolitan area that is known for fire.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
So that I've heard squirt guns brought about. I've heard some fire extinguishers brought about. Some goggles.
Goggles and masks.
Whatever is being brought, I'm gonna try and use my mystical library to like try and enchant them as best I can.
Now how are you intending to do that?
So let me just go through the list, I guess, here of what we have. We have goggles. I like the idea that I don't know who said it, but for like seeing through smoke, like in case it gets really smoky, is not a bad idea. Although if it's that smoky, you're not going to be able to breathe that well. But
Respirators were brought up.
what's that? Respirators brought up?
Respirators were brought up. Yes.
True. Maybe I can boost that a little bit. I don't know. Might be a little bit much, especially because I have so many things. But then there was the squirt guns. Basically anything that's like we're gonna be shooting with, like the water guns, for the the Ghostbuster backpack, fire extinguishers, anything like that. I was hoping to try and just. I don't even think make it more powerful. I think just make it like so that we have a lot like wider spread, because this is like so much fire everywhere. We just want to get like as much. We're gonna be a firefighting force on ourselves.
Or maybe could you increase the capacity of it?
Maybe I probably can't stack all these things though, so I'd have
That's
to choose
fair,
one or
that's
the other.
fair.
Probably.
Well, so that's the other thing I was gonna say. So you've mentioned you want a variety of different enchantments on a variety of different things. This
Yeah,
will
I
take
know.
this will take quite a bit of time. How much time are you
Yeah.
willing to invest in this when the fires are spreading and there
I
are
think we are
people
going
who
to
are
have
missing?
to pick.
Do we want to
Enchant in the car.
Again, you
enchant this?
the question is not a loaded question. You can choose to take as much time as you want. You can say we're going to make sure we get everything we need and we're going to do this right. That's a valid
Alright,
answer.
so we're doing it
but
tomorrow.
again, yes, but there that is to say that again, fires are spreading, people are at risk. So it's really how much you want to do that and what you want to do.
Guys, what do you want me to focus on, or do you want me to do it all? Be ready.
I'd say goggles and maybe 1 or 2 of the squirt guns.
I think that makes
Okay.
sense.
And for the squirt guns, do you want capacity or spread?
Spread.
Okay. Then I'll focus on those. It's a trick question. Don't trust him. Yeah. Then I will try and prepare that with the mystical library to get the +1 for magic,
Okay.
and attempt to try and enchant some of these things.
Sure. So since you are staying here at the library, you can make access of this for this, but I will need 2 separate
Sorry.
use magic
Yep.
rolls, one for the protective gear and one for the squirt guns.
Okay. So protective gear first.
Okay. Noted. Continue.
Double ones.
Oh my god!
Oh no.
Nice. Okay. Well, take.
Frankie,
experience
I'm
for
going to
that.
need you to not do failures now.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. So.
Take that into consideration for us.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. What happens with that one, DM or GM?
Well, first, go ahead and roll the other one, just
Sure,
so I
sure.
can resolve both at the same time.
Sure. Let's see it. Let's see if I fail the other one. +1. Damn it.
You need that +1, I guess, though.
Apparently.
Well, I guess not here. Wouldn't have mattered. It'd still be mixed, but regardless.
I thought I was doing a good thing.
Yeah.
Whap, whap, whap.
Proud of you for trying.
Thank you. The spread ones might be okay.
What she said.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I don't think you are.
It came out before I even realized I
Where's
said
the
it.
water?
Okay.
Where's it? You could get the spray bottle instead of the water gun.
Yeah.
We all know she's not.
I fucking spray bottle myself. It's just like, that's what she did. No, stop
Okay.
me.
And for the protective gear, remind me again what you were actually enchanting.
I think it was
The goggles?
right?
Okay. Cool. All right. So, with the goggles, as you are enchanting them, you, again, just trying to work off your understanding of how elemental magic works and how the play and interplay that they perform on one another. You're trying to, as you kind of suggested earlier, draw on the power of ice to hopefully create some sort of a barrier or ward against what is going on, which is fire. So you are pulling deep from this well of just raw ice elementalism, and you try to infuse it into these very mundane, very normal, everyday goggles that are not properly prepared in any way. They're not inscribed appropriately. They're not treated appropriately. They're very normal glasses. You get them from It's kind of a rush job, and you are accessing a brand of magic you don't really have any familiarity with, and you draw too deep. You are reaching over these goggles, trying to finish your ritual, and as you do, you feel a burning sensation in your hands. And as you are, kind of taking stock of the situation, doing your own little vibe check, you look down and you see that the goggles in front of you just shatter. They break, you're not getting them back. And as you pull your hand back from this ritual circle you've prepared, where you've got your occult tomes around it, consulting it, you look up to your hand and see what you've just done, and you have frostbite. Go ahead and take
Ouch.
1 harm from this. As you have damaged your equipment and harmed yourself in the process.
Damn. Oh. Man.
Harmony is secretly very glad she did not ask Frankie to enchant her Ghostbuster thing.
Yeah. Gritting your teeth and powering through the pain as best you can, you then turn your attention to doing what you can to prepare the rest of your equipment. Those squirt guns. And this time you do not delve into that well of elemental magic. You've decided it's probably for the best that you not do that. Instead, you are focusing on other things, more arcane means, more obscure things. Requires a lot of time and research and effort, but you get there. So you are, constantly poring over sigils and runes and things, and by the time you pass these squirt guns back to your friends, they are just graffitied up in magical symbols. But you think they'll get the job done.
Okay, this should work. Sorry, everyone, about the goggles. I haven't really delved into this before. I might have
Alright.
did a little bit too quick, but these should work. So there's just an extra time there, Drag, for this one, the second one. Okay. But yeah, so everyone who wants to have a water gun has a magical water gun, I guess. So yeah. But we should probably get going. I'm sorry that took so long.
Yeah. It's already, early to mid-afternoon right now, so you're definitely burning daylight while you got it.
Do we have all the other stuff we need?
Yeah. It's not like we won't have light where we're going.
Sure.
That's true.
I'll Google Maps GPS the campsite.
But
Yep.
You don't want to waze it?
Wanna what?
Waze it.
Huh?
Using Waze.
It's waze. It's a.
I
it's
got
a
you guys.
map. Hey, someone else understood my really bad joke. Let's go.
What is Waze? I'm so confused.
It's a mapping app.
I
Oh,
whisper to Faye and say it must be a boomer thing.
Faye's holding in her laughter, but nothing along with Harmony.
Alright. And y'all pile into the bugmobile and make your way down.
Yeah.
No.
Bookmobile.
Okay. It is, as has been mentioned before, when you're driving out this way, it's a bit of a drive. Takes you a good hour and a half, 2 hours almost. So it is late afternoon, maybe going into evening. You're looking at probably 5, 6 o'clock by the time you actually arrive down there. And as you are driving through, along the way, it's very clear that A, not very many people are going this way, for obvious reasons, and B, there are road closures, and you kind of have to take alternate routes around and, find things where these ways probably should be closed, but they weren't because they're, side roads that hardly get used, and you kind of had to, duck and dive around a little bit. But you managed to bypass a lot of the sort of roadblocks and barriers, safety warnings, and, heeding no safety advice and throwing all caution to the wind, you drive into the wildfires.
Whoop whoop.
I'm sure it'll be safe.
Every so often, you are buzzed by as a firefighting force does, drive by, hauling ass down the road next to you. Kind of have to pull over a bit to give them some room as they go off in some other direction. But you make your way towards the source, the origin point. And here, to perhaps some credit, there is some work that has been done to fight back from the origin, and again, kind of let other emergency services in to do what they need to do to either assess how this happened, and also to look for people, continue evacuating people. Out this way, there's a lot of things like park rangers, actual medical staff, ambulances, things of that sort. But the area has been at least somewhat cleared. There's kind of a rough, area near the beach where it's, again, mostly just open sand and then just charred brushland for a good half-mile out. But there's, kind of impromptu emergency services, as well as some people who have just kind of been caught up here and who have been, found and rescued and are being looked over and taken care of. So there are people on site if you want to interview anybody, ask around, try and solicit any help, or otherwise take stock of the situation. But largely from where you are, you can see the Pacific out to the west, waves crashing into shore, uncaring, unfeeling to the concerns of those on the land. Off in either direction, north and south, there's it gets more rocky. You're kind of on a stretch of open sandy beach here. And then, of course, heading more eastward, you go off into woods, actual campgrounds and campsites, amenities they would have on site for things like that, assuming they haven't been destroyed, as well as, the remains of the fire itself, and that's spreading out.
I'm just looking over us, making sure nothing falls on us. When the whole drive through the fire before that.
Sure. Yeah, keeping a careful eye out.
Where are we heading to start? Do we want to go ask around anybody, or do we want to go straight into it?
Harmony is connect the dots feature, so that the next critical event will be by the campsites probably.
And sorry, where are we near right now?
So you've pulled up to sort of the campgrounds.
Okay, so
again, you're kind of around the entrances and kind of picnic areas, meeting areas, little ranger station out there, where they're kind of taking stock situation and trying to do the on the ground work that needs to be done. But yes, it does extend out farther on in either direction for assumedly what would be guests on any normal times. But
if you think they're going to be around here, we should warn people to evacuate, and we can maybe set up our own ambush to this thing coming.
Is it coming though? It seemed to just be there.
I mean, the source, the elemental.
Yeah.
Isn't it? I thought the idea was that the next critical event would be at the campsite, so it's going to be
True.
Coming here, right, Harmony?
Staring at Harmony.
To recap, so what Harmony had put together by the fact that, again, some people, as you can see, at the campground itself, people are being kind of checked, looked over, and also recorded, because anyone who comes to camp, they have to kind of sign in and sign out. Some people are not accounted for. That is why their emergency service is still here, instead of having fully evacuated. So what Harmony was able to gather from her connect the dots and looking at the news and things is that the fact that there are people still missing is significant.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So there is some reason these people are missing, and it's not just a fire.
Okay, I misunderstood. I thought the next critical event was like the fire getting here. Got it.
No. So you're in the right area because again, these people vanished from this campsite, this campgrounds. So where exactly what they
My
are, that of course we kind of have to search for that or get some more information towards that. But it really is what it is.
But if it's an elemental, they're not exactly sneaky or subtle. Do we think we're dealing with
I
like
mean-
a cult again?
I was about to say, elementals wouldn't be sneaky, would they? Aren't they kind of instinctually driven?
Well, I mean, they kind of just set fire. Well, at least the fire one would probably just be setting fire wherever it goes. But I mean, if individual people just go missing, that's why I'm thinking maybe something is feeding people to the elemental, maybe, and that's making it worse.
Or the missing person could be like someone that summoned it, and they're
That
still
could be
here
it
with it.
too. Could be it too. I think we need to find out more. Yeah.
Yeah. Do we
Um,
want to try talking to the firefighters, or do we want to avoid them as much as possible?
Well,
They would probably try and get us out of here.
Yeah.
yeah.
As you had mentioned it before, I don't. You all have your humanly ways of talking to people.
Well,
so...
I think talking to them would be.
I take
Uh,
offense to that. I can't talk to people. Says
would-
Satsuki.
I think talking to them would be last resort if we run out of things to do. Can elementals, are they usually summoned or do they form naturally?
Would
Well,
I?
they bring with them the element of surprise, at least.
Okay,
No,
it's
we're
a
dealing with a
surprise
fire elemental. We're dealing with a fire elemental, not a surprise elemental. Um,
So
Mhm.
again, we have kind of established earlier, you are not like super well versed in this sort of thing.
Yeah,
like you
that's
know
fair.
you know in passing, and again this is like not to play hindsight here, but you did also
No.
have access to your lore library back at home. You could have maybe
and I still failed. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I got it. I got you.
right. Well, so again, you wouldn't really know exactly. You can
Yeah,
kind of go
that's
off whatever hunches you want to make, any assumptions based on again your own just hunches or popular media, whatever. Totally fine. But as far as stuff that's confirmable to you, this is a little bit unfamiliar.
Basically, right now he is going off of like the basic understanding of what an elemental would be
Mhm.
in like a lot of media and things. So,
Right.
So we're going off D&D? Is that what we're doing?
kind of.
Okay.
The answer Frankie would give though would be, I'm not quite sure. My specialty's always been in like spirits and things of that nature, and I've delved into different things at this point now, but elementals is its own ball game. I
Yeah.
haven't really done a lot.
Do we not consider elementals a type of spirit? I would think they would be.
It's, I mean, actually, I don't know. Again, I don't. He doesn't know. It's like-
No, and again, genuinely,
So-
that's probably how you feel. You're like, well, are they or aren't they? It's kind of kind
Yeah,
of a
it's
weird
like-
question. Like you,
I-
if you
I
like
don't
were more
know.
studied on this, you might be able to give like a more definitive answer, or like to nitpick, split hairs a little bit. But you maybe
Yeah.
don't have that information here.
I mean, I'm not sure. I mean, again, I was more in the haunting variety because it was, very personal. But yeah, I don't know. I'll maybe look into it for next time. But either way,
I'm sure we'll learn something today.
probably. If it possesses somebody, then at least we'll know.
He just kind of looks around at everybody. None of you get possessed by this thing, please.
I look at Satsuki.
Yeah, and
Tried to be bitten by a vampire. Has been tried to be bitten by almost any single creature that could, in theory, transform you into something else.
Pouts. Le pouts.
Are we wrong though? Are we wrong though?
You guys
How
never
could-
let us have any fun.
Tigress would not be happy with us.
Doing.
Tigress would not be happy with us.
Yeah, think about your girl.
I mean, if I get some really sick magical fire powers from this, I could make some pyrotechnics for the
Nope.
fucking shows.
Flame on!
We're doing.
Yeah.
Oh my god. No.
You do not want to be a part of the experiment to find out if your body can survive being emulated.
Yeah.
From the inside, if you're possessed.
From the inside.
I would
So-
assume that's what would happen.
So let's not test that, and just be careful. But yeah, I think we got off track a little bit. We should probably go find out information.
Yeah. Well, do we want to? Because there's a bunch of responders and park rangers around the camp.
Right.
Yeah,
We don't really want to.
walk. We're probably gonna have to walk into this.
Can we pretend we're volunteers or something?
You could either, again, you could go and interface them if you want. I know you've also expressed you wanted to avoid them. You could just go past them and go look around and gather clues your own way. I mean, that's also an option. It's really up to you.
They're so busy.
My question is more: how close can I get with the van?
Okay, yeah.
Like-
So you probably wouldn't be able to pull up to like the campground itself. You could park
That's what I
nearby, but
figured.
but
Okay.
again, like there's the place is kind of in chaos anyway, and it's a managed chaos, obviously, since it's a crisis situation. But it is still chaotic, and there's not really like a lot of like checks and balances as to whether or not you do anything here. Like if it causes a problem, they'll deal with it, but otherwise it's kind of like we need to deal with the immediate problem, not somebody
Alright,
who's
so
like
drive
parked
by, flip
illegally or
off the other
something.
people.
Right. It's like again, if you want to like flip somebody off or like park illegally, like no one's really going to stop you right now unless you're actually actively causing problems.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go park illegally.
Okay,
I'm gonna start another fire.
Yeah. I think
that is
No,
causing
you're
problems.
not.
But I want my
No.
s'mores!
We will make s'mores when this is all over. How's that?
With what fire? We're getting rid of it.
I mean, we have the power to make fire like
Really?
normally.
Since when? It's full joking.
When is that? When did we do that? But yeah, Frankie's not a bagger, so he's leaving whatever we're doing for this part up to them. So,
I'm just here to kick ass.
Yep.
I don't do much else.
Everybody
give
get some
hugs.
water. We're gonna need to get some water for this fire.
Since Drac uses
Mhm.
echolocation,
Yeah.
right? That's what bats use.
Mm-hmm.
Does smoke affect that, or would he be good at like finding people potentially?
The
Through smoke.
echolocation would be fine. It's a matter of flying in the smoke and breathing in that
Gotcha.
smoke would be the
Okay.
problem.
And we don't want to do that. to
because
Drac.
smoke
Yeah.
rises too. Yeah.
Yeah. That's why most wild animals tend to leave when there's a fire.
Mm.
Fair enough.
We'll get him a little firefighter hat.
Oh.
That's a good idea though.
Yeah, it is. It
But
was.
yeah,
Yeah.
no, but I already still feel bad about the birds attacking him.
Yeah.
Oh,
So I don't want smoke
Yeah.
in them.
Is it just a normal bat?
Well, yeah. He's like a big. He's like a.
Mm.
Well, actually, no, he's not big. He's like a vampire bat, wasn't he?
Yeah.
He is
Vampire
slightly
bats are
larger.
big.
Yeah, he's a big
Yeah.
bat just as a bat, and he
Yeah,
was slightly larger just for what he is. Like he has, and still is to some extent, has a magical connection. Like is a magical familiar on some level. So he's not
Hmm.
quite normal, but he's not like supernatural, like in the sense of like being a monster. But
Hmm.
yeah,
Right.
And also,
He-
nobody looking at him would see that.
exactly. Well, yeah. Well,
Yeah.
so as point of clarification, yes. Like so, back when you first encountered Drac, you could tell that he was like magically tied to someone. That's how you noticed he was there, and that's in
Right.
fact what you did to find him. So yes, like if someone were to look at him in the sight, like yeah, he'd ping a little bit, but that would be the same regard as like say Frankie would also show up a little bit because use magic.
So no vampire mortality. Got it.
Right, like
No.
he's not an immortal bat. Like he can die. He is just slightly magical.
Oh, well, all right.
So we're going around the area. I guess want to head straight to the problem area then. See what we can do.
Yeah. I guess head towards campsites and try and find people.
Okay. So yeah, so we'll go around the firefighters and then go straight to the campsite, find out stuff.
So yes, this sounds to me like you are either trying to read a bad situation and try to figure out what problems may arise from where you are going, what you're doing, or else you are trying to investigate a mystery and gather clues. Would anyone like to roll one of those for me?
Yeah, fuck it.
Okay. Which one would you like to go for?
Investigate a mystery. Why
Okay.
not?
Satsuki is investigating.
Investigation time.
Investigation.
If this'll... There you go.
Nice.
Hey!
All right. So what would you like to try and find out here?
All right,
There is
so...
yep, that reference list
What-
we were talking about earlier.
Mm-hmm. What about what is being concealed here? Since this seemed to be near the epicenter.
I'm literally concealed by smoke.
Yeah.
Mhm. So as you are driving through, and or actually no, you've parked the car. Yeah, so you're walking now. You're on foot. As you
Got our
are
jackets on.
Yep.
Everything.
as you are stomping along through the ashen embers of the burnt out campsites and things, you do see that there is lots of things that have been discarded here. The charred remains of a tent, an overturned grill that somebody has either knocked over. Maybe that's the source of the fire. Maybe it's not. Things like that. There's lots of things that have been left here in a hurry and or damaged by the fire. Now, taking stock of things based on the number of people you saw at the sort of checkpoint earlier, you are led to believe that definitely more people were here than are here previously. In fact, that those people are probably stragglers who have been rescued since. That said, though, what you find being concealed after some time of walking around, you hear music in the distance. And that catches your ear. And it is... Well, it's not your kind of music, we'll say. It's definitely like, for lack of better words, it's oldies. It's very much dated. It's very dated.
80s or like 20s?
Not 20s, not 80s. We're talking more like 60s.
Okay.
So it's retro.
I mean, 80s is considered retro.
Yes, but more so.
Sorry, Kyle.
Anywho, you follow that for a while, and you find that in kind of a clearing, what seems to be probably a campsite of some kind, parked up next to what you suspect were or are a like restroom fixture, like a built restroom building, which is made of like stone, maybe a little more secure than other places. You find there is a couple who is hanging out there with their RV parked up next to it, just kind of chilling, taking things in. They do look to be a little worried about the fires that have gone on around them, but seeing as most of it's been put out in this area, they're just kind of like, they seem more put out, pun not intended, but well accepted, than they are afraid.
Do they look like they're from here?
Yeah, they look like they're campers, look like they're locals.
Okay.
They look to be, kind of like, from what you can see, it's, again, they have this like RV pulled up, and you get the vibe it's more glamping than camping with these two.
Oh, they're influencers.
Not influencers. They're again,
Okay.
they're a little older.
Throw Harmony at him.
That's what I'm.
You get the sense they're probably like retirees who were
Okay,
like
okay.
here, they want to have a good time, and it's kind of been ruined. That's kind of how they're feeling.
Okay.
Yeah. but they're too stubborn to leave because they came out here to camp, and goddamn it, they're going to camp. So you do clock this again from the sound of it as you kind of approach and come on this clearing. If you linger here for too long, they will probably notice you, but I will say they haven't noticed you immediately unless you want to go out and reveal yourself. Really up to you. Are you going to point this out to everyone else and decide what to do?
This is just Satsuki that notices this right now, yeah?
Yeah, Satsuki is the one who hears, and she kind of steers you off that way, but you get to look at it first, whether or not you want to push the party.
Yeah, I'm
towards it.
gonna just... Yeah.
Okay.
It's like, hey, look! Hey guys! Look at that! Are they, like, just not panicking that much?
It seems a rather dangerous situation for them to not panic.
Yeah.
Or want to get out of here. Nothing's worth your life.
Debatable.
No.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very debatable. If I see a friend getting shot in front of me, I'm throwing myself in the way.
Well, I mean... Okay. I meant more for...
No, I get it.
Yeah, no,
Just
but
teasing
Frank
you.
is actually going like, but okay, yeah.
See your point, but still.
Satsuki just, like, opens up notebook, chaos point +1.
But yeah. It is weird. Do you guys think that they may have something to do with the disappearances, or they're just kind of weirdos?
I don't think we
Says
should.
the weirdo.
Yeah, we're all weirdos. Come on.
I don't think we can rule anything.
Except Faye.
That's what I was gonna say. Is I don't think we can rule anything out, but I also don't think it's worth correct. Like we could ask them questions, but I don't think we should harass them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's at least talk to them.
Well, yeah, let's talk to them, but we shouldn't be like someone else talk to them and try not to be weird about it.
Yep, and that won't be me, because...
I'll try and
I don't know how
manipulate
to talk to
someone
people.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
using my sharp.
Sure. So Harmony steps out into the clearing, approaches the couple who are glamping out in the wildfires. Through the smoke and haze, you approach, waving at them. What do you say and do here? What is the intent?
Basically ask, hey guys, what are you doing? Why are you still here? And then convince them to GTFO.
Okay. Sure. So they'll tell you much as I've described. They do appear to be kind of what's the word I'm looking for? Like crotchety old people. They're retirees, and they wanted to come out here and have a good time, and things kind of got ruined. And you do get the sense that like they are packing up, like their stuff is like half put away, but they're not really in any rush about it.
I'll spend one of my holds.
Okay.
Are they more connected to these current events than they're implying, or
Actively no.
Actively
And
no.
you also know when people are lying to you. You know there was no concealment there. So they're not like trying to mislead you. It is again more of the mentality of a stubbornness to them rather than any sort of malicious intent.
yeah?
No.
In that case, I think Harmony is just convincing them to leave.
Okay.
And maybe they leave because she's convincing, or maybe they leave because she's being annoying.
Yeah.
But
Probably a little column A, a little column B.
It can be both.
get them out of here.
Yeah.
We should probably watch over them and make sure they leave just in case they get hit by the disappearance. Since people are
Yes.
disappearing, right?
True.
Let's make sure they don't disappear and they get out safely.
Yeah.
We only need like one or two of us for that.
Who's the least conspicuous of the bunch?
Absolutely not me. Well, actually, no, wait. Me bundled up? Probably is me that's the least conspicuous. I probably look like a firefighter at this point.
You're not wrong.
Probably.
If I put on a little firefighter helmet.
You're also taller too, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm tall. I'm like 6'7" or something. Very tall.
You're a big firefighter.
Yeah, you fit the bill.
So
As long as no one's looking too closely.
Cool.
So you escort them away, and you kind of retrace your steps, lead them back towards that sort of checkpoint where they do get, looked after. What are the rest of y'all doing in the meantime?
I almost kind of want to investigate the area with magic.
Mhm.
But since now that we're like
Alright, I'm back.
next
Are we
to this
still
area,
headed somewhere?
No, they got
mean-
the people out.
yeah, that's why I'm thinking.
Alright.
Like maybe it's not worth it to like spend any time
Where
here.
were
Yeah.
we headed before that?
Well, okay.
It's soft brain hours.
I could from where our position is, try and feel out the magic again. See if I can feel where or how close that elemental is from our position.
Sure. You want
I
to
think we
pop
already
the site
knew.
again, or what's your intent here?
Yeah, I was thinking about that, but also, didn't from like news and stuff, it kind of had a source, right? Like they know like the direction.
The source
it's kind of
had not
spreading
been identified exactly. It just kind of like put it down to the fire originated here, like at this sort of campsite area.
I see.
Yeah, so that was their knowledge of it. They don't know exactly what caused it or how or why, but it started here just based on like how it's been spreading.
Actually, I do want to use the site on the thing because I, not just for location, if I got lucky, not just for location, but also to see if maybe it's gotten stronger since we've left, or since I last checked it. So, well, if I roll good anyway. Okay, I will try again. Come on.
Okay.
You didn't roll a failure.
I did roll failure, but I can't ask whatever.
Yeah, you can ask one from the normal list, as well as whatever magical information I will give you based on the site itself.
Right. Then I guess what I will ask in that case is, yeah, there's not really anyone that goes for power, so we'll just go with where to go, just to kind of hone in on location from here.
I will say that is actually a very good question.
Where to come from? Where to go?
So,
Oh, hi, Joe.
as you, again, kind of took a general read from it earlier, more of like a heading, we'll say. You knew it was out this way and it was a single point. And as you are tapping the site, again, in this area, which you know is caused by some sort of magical elemental flame. Of course, spreading becomes more mundane fire, but there is still an essence to these things. And as you open the site and begin to access your magical senses, you sense a confusion, because you thought it was one point. And it kind of is, but it feels almost as if it's moving. But also, not quite. Not as if it's some just being that is moving. You feel the essence of it, this one singular bright point, being transferred, as it were. It is weakening in one area and then growing in another area. The area it is weakening from happens to be a little further down towards the beach. The area that it's growing stronger at is directly above you. And as you look up, you do see in the sky, the clouds of ash and smoke and fire and cinders in the air are swirling together. You get the sense that something is coming.
Are we all together?
You
or did
fucking
someone
anger faced us? What the fuck?
Are we all together, or did someone? Oh no,
Deontay had split
left.
off to escort the people to safety.
To everyone else, I point up and I go, "It's coming." It can move through the fires. I think it left one area. It's growing weaker, and now it's growing stronger here.
Mm-hmm.
I think we know it's coming for people. Maybe disappearances. He's like going through all the things, like I'm mumbling out loud now.
Yeah, to underscore that somewhat, while you notice that the energy sort of fades from one point and is growing in the other, you do sense that it doesn't fully fade from that origin point. So it is growing much weaker elsewhere, but it is growing much stronger here.
Can you mark down, well, quote unquote, mentally mark down
Yes.
where
And
the
you
source
do and you
is?
do know that it is very much the same presence, the same energy. It's not like the same type of thing. It's not multiples. It is somehow transferring from one point to another, but not fully so. It is still tied to some other location.
I don't know if this is possible, so please disregard me if this doesn't make sense. Because you said like it's growing weaker in that first spot,
Mhm.
does that roughly feel like the area that I had felt at BP4?
Yes, but I will say that it's kind of hard to get a read on that from the distance
As long
you
as
were
it's
at
general.
originally. Yes.
Yeah, as long as
But
it's
yes.
general, it's not like, oh yeah, it's like completely like off
Right.
somewhere else.
I will say, though, the point you're at currently also could have been that point. Again, it was so far away
We
that
didn't know, yeah.
that you wouldn't be able to really discern that. But it doesn't feel like it's completely off base. So
Anyway, yeah. So I let everyone know and go, it's coming. We should get Deontay back over here and get ready for whatever is going to happen.
and as these fears begin to mount and grow, you do look up, and even those of you without the sight can see the shape beginning to form in the sky. The ash and smoke and fire and cinders in the air swirling together into the form
You're
of
a
a
bitch!
into the form of a giant fiery bird that suddenly ignites. There is
It's a phoenix.
There is a roar of fire, sound of crackling flames cut through the air, underscored by the sound of a bird call. It is very large. From the height it is at, it is hard to get a proper gauge of the sheer scale of this thing, but you feel very small beneath it.
I pull up my tiny water gun.
Mhm.
Y'all think I can cut it with my knife?
I mean, you could try.
I mean, yes, you can do your best.
I'm an anomalous case. What do you do? I do my best.
What is it doing? Like, is it like staring down at the campsite? What is it doing?
So it's at first it is just taking a moment or two to manifest as you see that. However, as it begins to take shape and form, it begins to fly about, wheeling around as a bird does to survey the landscape around it, perhaps searching for prey, perhaps just scoping things out. But as it does, as it passes overhead, you do see that the smoldering embers and fires begin to lick up and kick up back into sparks and small growing flames that lick at whatever bit of flammable material is left that has not been consumed yet.
Is it like super high up?
Not
Like
super
it's like above
high up,
tree.
but it's definitely above the trees. Yes. So
Yeah.
you get the sense that this thing is it's flying overhead. It's certainly below like a plane would be, but it's like it's buzzing by.
Buzz, motherfucker.
It's making the fires hotter. We need to go and make sure people get out of here before it picks up.
Can I just shoot a shotgun blast into the air?
Sure.
I shoot a shotgun blast into the air.
Okay.
And
The-
how does that work out for you?
It should make people run away.
Satsuki reaches into her coat and just fires wildly into the air with a shotgun blast. The loud gunshot rings throughout the emptiness of the fire, which cuts through the licking flames and the crackling of fire. You do hear screams off in the distance.
We can tell someone that it's a canister of propane, the blue, anyways.
Pivoting over to Deontay for just a second. So you have made it back to the sort of checkpoint, and you get these people back to where they are. Again, mostly just kind of trailing behind them, not interacting with them. You're just watching them, making sure they go and get out safely to emergency services and things. And right as they do, as they're received and begin making their way over for check-in and check over, you do hear a loud gunshot in the distance. You have heard that sound very much before. You know it's a shotgun being fired. And as your attention is kind of drawn back towards that, your eyes also do dart that general direction, and it's hard to miss the giant fiery bird that is sailing overhead.
Oh, fun.
Oh, fun.
Turning to glance over your shoulder as you had just turned back towards the way you would come, you do see that the crowd at the site, who are being looked over, are very much beginning to panic, as people are shocked and concerned and confused as to what it is they're looking at.
Yeah, it's valid.
It's a beer commercial.
It's a bird, it's a plane. Oh my god, what the fuck is that?
Firefighters, paramedics, park staff are trying to contain the situation as there is, but there is still about a dozen or so people here who are either injured or shocked and lost, who are now beginning to actively panic.
When
Frankie
you panic,
is
you
gonna-
run. When you run, you go the right way.
The bird thing is like kicking up fires like on the ground, right?
Yep. So yeah, pivoting back
I'm gonna start
over to your
using-
group, like as you all
Oh,
are standing
sorry.
around here, again, kind of as you point out that yes, the fires are going up, you do see that as this thing passes by, they begin to just essentially grow and kick back to life. So the fires begin to spread over whatever is left to consume, which
Right.
frankly isn't much, but all around you there are just small fires blossoming and that you will need to be aware of and avoiding.
Frankie's gonna try out the water gun that spreads. See if we can put some of these out before they get too big.
Okay. It sounds like you were acting under pressure.
It sure does sound like that, doesn't it? Act under pressure is this one.
Okay.
Next.
Sure. So there is simply too much to fight around you. This firebird, this phoenix, as it were, has reignited all the flames around you, and you can't put them out in a meaningful way to stop this. Hell, there's teams of firefighters who are trying to do this exact same thing. One squirt gun, even magically enhanced, is not going to do that. However, it does work somewhat, as it is a magically enhanced squirt gun. You can kind of carve a path through the flames to get where you want to go. You have to choose, though. Where do you want to go? Where is your intent? Where are you going towards? You can carve a path, but you cannot clear the flames entirely.
I don't want us cut off from Deontay, so I'm gonna make sure that we have that path open to where Deontay is.
Sure. So you make a path
Back
back
to
towards Deontay. Is anyone else doing anything different? Are we following along here? Let's get some input.
I'm following along.
Quick question: Do we want the civilians to sort of get out of this area?
Yes.
That was the plan.
Definitely.
So it may not work, but I have an idea. Can I see if there's like a megaphone anywhere that I can grab?
Sure. Let's see here. You know what? I will call this also an act under pressure.
So cool, right?
Yes. Yep. Keep a level head, know what you're looking for, know what you need to do to enact your plan. Okay.
Oh no.
Yep. So, as you make your way back to the sort of the check center, the crisis center, Faye has an idea and is trying to get people either out of here or get them to listen to her, whatever. She looks for a megaphone, which, yes, there would be some on site. And as you grab one, you are noticed by the park ranger who it belongs to. And again, as people right now are currently panicking and screaming, you are taken for probably a looter of some kind. And they are shouting at you, telling you to stop, put your hands up, and, step away from that, and to get back in line. Your friends are shortly behind you. Deontay is, of course, separate from you. They do not necessarily have to get involved in this, but if they don't, then you are going to be taken and questioned.
Oh boy.
In what is
But I just
already a
pop
very
in and-
chaotic scene, so.
I can just pop in and go, did you get the megaphone? I said I could just pop in and go, did you get the megaphone? Obviously in front of...
No, it belongs to this gentleman.
Oh. Could we borrow your megaphone?
Put that down. No, stop. Get out of here. You need to get out of here now. Go!
Grab the megaphone as run.
No. You do not have the megaphone in hand currently. If you want to make a grab for it, you can.
No, telling... grab the megaphone and run.
No.
You need to get out of here now. It's not safe here, and you clearly aren't supposed to be here.
I thought this was public property.
So...
Frankie comes in and is like, what's going on? Just, like looking at the ranger, looking at them. There's like a megaphone there. There's like a firebird above. You guys need to leave. What is going on?
Yes, you need to leave. Get out of here now.
You need to leave.
Oh,
do you not see that? And I'm like pointing
time.
up at the bird.
We're dealing with the situation as best we can. It's very confusing right now. Get out of here.
It's very confusing.
And no, again, as you are again already attracting this person's attention from you, and again, there is kind of already a situation brewing elsewise. The other staff on site have completely lost control of the situation. People are trying to leave. They are going to their cars. There's a kind of a little traffic jam around. Somebody is ran off. They tried to like go off the side of the road anyway because it's like burnt down anyway, and their car is now like stuck on a stump. People are shouting at each other, blaming each other for things. Some people are just lashing out because they are scared and afraid. The medical staff on site are completely overwhelmed and are going to be of no help in any way. So, the innocents on site are putting themselves and each other in danger.
Oh, this
Is it possible to like intentionally fail a roll?
I wouldn't make you roll for it. If you want to do something bad, then yeah. What do you want to do?
I want to come up from like a different direction.
Okay.
I have a feature called Often Overlooked, which is like when I act all crazy to avoid something, I roll weird, blah, blah, blah. If I fail, I draw all the attention.
Okay.
Or lots of the attention.
Yeah.
So I would like to kind of distract the firefighters from Faye, so she can like run off with a megaphone.
Yes!
So I'm basically just coming from a different direction, and I'm loudly like live streaming about the Firebird.
Okay.
I got my selfie. I got my camera out, my phone.
Yeah, so you get up all in his face. Again, clearly being someone who is, taking advantage of the situation just to exploit it for content. It's not being taken very kindly. This person just loses their shit. And like actively you have this big, fucking ghost hunters, Ghostbusters like backpack style thing on. He just grabs it like from the hose that's attached to and begins like yanking it and actively pulling you away.
Can I turn it on and just like spray him with it?
Sure. Give me an act under pressure roll.
Okay.
Actually,
Amazing.
yes.
Okay. Yeah.
This poor ranger is just minding his own business.
Yeah.
He's trying to do
He
his
did
best.
mind his own business. He told us to go away. And
I mean,
give us the
originally.
megaphone.
It's his megaphone.
That's his fault for not lending us the megaphone.
Apparently.
No, so as there was this altercation going on, Faye is able to snatch the megaphone. You are off to one side, you're causing a problem, and then you make it this person's problem. You just unload this thing on him, just covered in this, firefighting chemical solution, and is just flailing about, falls over, and actually, falls over. He knocks his head on the little, station that he was up against trying to take you into.
No, I didn't want him to actually get hurt.
No, and, he is actually hurt, and, has knocked himself unconscious.
This is not what I wanted.
No.
This is not what I wanted at all.
With even less of an authority figure on site, again, things are pretty bad right now. The Firebird does buzz back over, and the flames begin to kick up again. There is screaming, the fires begin to crackle loud, and people are trying to retreat in any fashion they can, huddling up in the ambulances, ducking for cover, hiding in their cars, trying to drive off. It's utter chaos.
Can I guess this is
Perfection.
best time.
Faye does have the megaphone, by the way, but yes, everybody else?
Oh, sorry.
Sorry.
I was just gonna ask if I could roll the one with the plan, since we might need a plan in a minute.
I believe it's something you should roll earlier in the,
Yeah, I always
adventure,
forget.
correct?
Okay, you know what? I won't roll it. It's okay.
Yeah.
I forgot. That's my fault. Cool. Cool.
Can I check if the wound on the dude is life-threatening?
Yes, please.
That's a good idea.
So you look him over, it is not life-threatening, but you do see that he did injure himself, pretty substantially. He's probably not going to come to anytime soon. But again, there are medical staff on site, assuming things don't actively fall apart to the point where everything is fucked. Someone can get to him eventually, but you wouldn't expect him to die from just bumping his head that way.
Okay, good. I grabbed
Yeah,
his camera and shattered the shit out of it.
He didn't have a camera.
Oh, good!
He's
Wonderful.
a fireman.
No, he's like a park ranger. He's
Yeah,
not like he's not like a cop or like a fireman. He's just
Look, you never know, okay?
he's more like your sort of like tour guide kind of vibe, but also like maintenance as well as almost like halfway security guard, I guess, but for public
Okay.
spaces. So that's more the vibe there.
On his shirt, it just says, "Only you can prevent forest fires."
Yeah, like that.
Mhm.
Exactly.
Alright, I put a band-aid on the wound. This won't help, but it will help.
I mean, yeah, he's bleeding quite a bit, but is what it is.
Is there like anything I could use as a rag nearby?
Yeah, I mean,
That isn't worn by someone?
well, I mean that would be the harder part. Faye, real quick, are you doing anything with that megaphone?
Yes. So, she's gonna turn to her friends and say, if you can all start to figure out what to do with that Phoenix thing, I'm gonna try and get these people to get themselves out of danger. And I'm gonna try and use trust me when you
Okay.
tell a normal person the truth in order to protect them from danger. And I rolled charm. If I get above the 10, they do what I say and they leave.
Okay.
So, gonna give that a go.
Okay.
You can do it.
Yeah!
Nice.
Yeah.
Never failed
Hell
that
yeah.
roll.
Hell
It's
yeah.
gonna happen today.
You are so lucky.
I know.
Well, again, because also I will point out you are one off from from
know.
the full success. So, yeah, that could have been very, very bad. We're just gonna leave it at that.
No, I know, it's fine, but it worked. It's
Yeah.
fine.
Yep. So, Faye, used to stepping up in situations when shit hits the fan, begins to make herself known, grabs that megaphone, and begins shouting out orders to people. It is, of course, not going to be an immediate thing. There is a lot of chaos to manage, but
Yeah.
she is managing it. And for the moment, the danger that others are posing to themselves is not a problem. However, there is still one clear and present danger that is being posed to everyone, namely the Phoenix itself. And as
Yeah.
you are taking stock of the situation, you do see that while it may have been earlier content to circle overhead and survey the landscape or spread fires, whatever it is intending to do, you're not entirely certain. But seeing as much commotion as has been made here, you do all see that it does kind of turn towards you all, and is like actively having circled in the area, kind of doing its loops overhead, is now flying actively towards the site. And you can see that it is
Maybe we
trained on you.
Can't figure out what it's doing and why.
I always thought like Phoenixes were like good guys. Like usually in
Yeah, that's
books
what I
they
thought
are.
too.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think we have time to ponder this right now.
If you want to try and put something together, there stuff you can do for
do
that.
you
But
want to yell
It's
at
true.
it? You've got the megaphone now.
Yeah. Maybe we can try talking to it.
What do you want?
I mean,
Is someone? Are we doing that? What are we doing?
Am I back with the? Have I been able to get back to everybody yet?
Yes, you are. Yeah, you are still with them now.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Couldn't remember if we established that. Sorry.
No. So yeah, it kind of happened quickly. But so they made their way back to the like campsite, and you were like nearby. You just in a slightly different side of it. But yeah, you were around, kind of off to one side.
Y'all think I can
but-
shoot?
I don't shoot it. Try to talk to it.
Me.
Not you. Just
Okay, good.
Somebody.
It's like
Hey,
the sheer
Harmony.
like me.
Yeah. Harmony's better at like manipulating people, but I think Faye is probably better at like
Actually,
genuinely.
communication.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As you are,
Maybe we try Faye first.
as you were considering this and discussing this, you do see again the fires being to spread all around you. People are working their way out and around, but even outside of the growing flames, you just feel a more oppressive, stifling heat begin to grow very quickly.
Can I try and do something to buy us some time, at least with the heat? I don't know how this would work because it seems like it's possibly creating after fire, like fires after its effects. So I don't know how this works. Can I try and force of will to like suspend what it's doing with the fires to make it prevent it from getting even worse?
Interesting. I need to look at Force of Will real quick to tell you whether or not that is something you can do.
I can post if it's easier.
No, I have access to your sheet, so I can just check that.
Fair enough.
You go and see it, and you just tap it on the shoulder and go, "Stop! Get some help."
Get some help.
I would say yes. You can attempt this.
Okay. I will take out the snake staff to boost this.
Okay, sounds good.
A little bit of juice. One off from advance, damn it. But that's still good.
Yeah.
So basically just kind of like putting out my hands with one hand having the snake staff and kind of just sort of like lowering them slightly and like trying to like die down the raging fire however I can and focusing on that.
Yeah.
I'll buy you some time.
Yep. So you are actively from your small experimentation with elemental magics today, and also just being around this thing, you get the sense that it's kind of like amplifying the powers that are present, and you are just sheerly extending your own force of will to reject that and deny it. So it is clearly a powerful magical presence you are trying to impose your will over. So you know this is not going to be a permanent thing, but you can create enough of a bubble around yourself to buy yourself some time, as you said.
Faye, you want to talk to it?
Ask him why he's big mad.
Okay. I try to talk to the monster and ask if it can please stop causing fires everywhere, I guess.
Okay.
Pretty please.
Pretty please.
I will tell you, you do not even need to roll here.
Okay.
You call out to it, saying that very uncertainly, and all you get in response is a loud squawk as the thing approaches, and the fires begin to lick up and kick up around you again. You very, very intensely get the sense that this did not understand you. You've definitely dealt with lots of monsters before. You know oftentimes it is very difficult, or impossible even sometimes, to reason with them. But this also even feels slightly different than that. It feels almost like you're talking more to a force of nature than you are to a monster. It's like trying to scream at a storm, or a tornado. You can do that, I guess, but it certainly is unmoved by it.
I don't think it's listening. We should probably try something else.
Okay.
Now, can I shoot it?
What do you think shooting it is going to do?
With
Angry.
water. Magic water. We either need to leave or fuck it up.
I would like one of you to give me a read bad situation roll, please.
Read bad situation is.
Can be any one of you.
I can do that.
Who's the best in show?
Okay, Deontay wants to do it. It'll be
pretty
Deontay.
Yay!
There we go. All right. So, in addition to what I'm going to tell you otherwise, you do also still get to ask questions. So, if you have any questions, feel free to ask them. For Read Bad Situation, you get one hold here from the list. But I will also reveal something else, just plot relevant.
Are there any dangers we haven't noticed?
Sure. I will say, definitively to that, no. All the dangers that are present, you have noticed and noted in some way or another. A lot of them are very obvious.
Like the big firebird in the sky.
Yes,
Yeah, but there
like
could have been
that.
something else causing
No, I
the
know.
big firebird.
I know. I'm just being silly.
Silly bit.
However, on that same note exactly, the very clear and present danger is that this thing, again, has noticed you all and is swooping down towards the campsite, and is very close now. You don't know exactly who it is going for, if it's going for you, or the people fleeing, or what it is intending to do, but it is definitely diving down towards the camp right now, and it has its flaming talons outstretched, as if reaching for something.
Doesn't
I
count as
don't want to
someone.
see what it's reaching for.
Okay?
It doesn't count as someone, right?
What do you mean by that?
Soothe.
Oh, no, certainly.
Okay.
No, so that's also...
You would have been useful to soothe them down a bit. And
Well, no, so that's
get
also
their
why,
firebird.
to like clarify what with Faye, like you didn't even need to roll. Generally, you cannot do that to monsters for the most part, unless you have certain special, moves that let you do that towards monsters. So it is very, very, very clearly not someone. Most monsters are not someone.
Hi, isn't someone?
I said most.
No,
There
I'm
are
not
some
at someone.
You're not just someone. You're Book Dad.
Yeah.
All I can do is just brace for impact with my knife.
Yeah.
No. Brace for impact, ready to swoop in if it's targeting anyone else.
Get ready to shoot it with water.
So do I do like a preemptive protect someone or something, or an act under pressure?
You know what? Sure, I'll give you a protect someone roll.
Alright. That is a tough. I want to roll instead of using my never again, mainly because I want to see if I can get a 12.
Okay.
And I can!
Sure.
Nice.
Advanced
Amazing.
success.
See, I do a protect. I do a preparation to protect.
Hold on. I might have missed that. But did Kai get an answer as to who specifically?
Oh yeah, that's right.
I'm sorry?
I used one of the holds.
Yeah, to ask
Good
if who specifically the Phoenix is
Is
aiming
targeting.
for.
Oh, okay. So yeah, as you see right now, it is swooping down and is going towards actually one of the ambulances on site.
The ambulance.
And it is big enough to pick it up, for sure.
Can we get to the ambulance?
Yes, and in fact, Satsuki has. Now, Satsuki, you went to protect someone here. What are you equipped with, and how are you trying to actually do this protection? Because that will matter.
Yeah. Well, I have my classical, just classic gear with the vest. They're in an ambulance, right?
Yes.
Are the keys in the ignition?
You don't know.
Can I see quickly?
At a glance, no. You can jump into the driver's seat and see if, and try. But that would be a choice you were going to make.
Basically,
They're hiding in the back, like, of the ambulance. Most people, right?
Yes, there are people in the back of this ambulance.
All right. I throw open the doors of the back. Get the fuck out! It's coming.
Oblivion is that?
Hi, Snake. Welcome in, Raiders. Real quick. We're playing Monster of the Week, where we hunt monsters. They're fighting a phoenix. Let me give
Monsters
you a
hunting us.
shout out. How you doing? What were you up to?
We do with a phoenix.
Phoenix.
Forgot the underscore. Thank you for the hydrate.
Then
And
I'll
the posture check.
raise you like a
Yeah, I hope you're doing
phoenix.
well.
Oh, nice.
Things are just heating up.
I see what you did there.
Okay, but yeah, so you jump over to the back of that ambulance. You scream at these people.
Get out! It's coming.
Yeah, and as you do, they throw themselves bodily out the back of this thing. There is one medic in there, as well as one person who is clearly injured, victim of the fire.
Okay.
And as they both throw themselves to the ground, hit the dirt, kicking up a cloud of dust and ash, you just having just let go of the door of the back of the ambulance, you see and basically feel this thing get lifted into the air as the Phoenix swoops by and carries it off.
Everyone okay?
Yeah, we're fine.
Oh, thank fuck. Alright, round 2, you big chicken, come and get me instead! Can I taunt the fuck out of it?
So you shout at it, and as you see it passes by, one direction as it swooped in, then continues onward. It drops that ambulance. Short while after, tumbles to the ground. You hear a loud crash as the bird begins swooping again in circles.
I'll make you into teriyaki. I swear to God.
That's the biggest fried chicken I've ever seen.
Hell yeah.
So
Y'all doing anything?
I'm gonna make a suggestion
Is my force?
that we should probably try and lead it away from the people if possible. Get its attention and lead it. Even just
Support at it. And see if I can-
That's a good idea.
Is my force of will still going on or no?
No, you're good. So the force of will is protecting you and those around you from the flames that are kicking up right now. Otherwise, they would be starting to engulf the area. It is active currently, but it is shaky. As the Phoenix passed by, you definitely felt the sort of intensity of its magical presence really straining against you. It was hard to keep up. You know that by the time if it comes back, it's not going to last. You can't keep this up.
Frankie is basically completely locked in, just focusing on that while these guys try and figure something out. So it's very hard for him to concentrate on anything else right now.
Alright, so we could need someone to bring these guys that just got out of the ambulance into a safer area while someone else tries to pull the Phoenix away. Which I can volunteer for that. I want to cut myself a piece of that chicken.
I mean, I can try and use. I have a. Let's get out of here. You can protect someone by telling them what to do or leading them out. And I roll charm. I can do that for them.
Okay. I'm sure they'll probably, hopefully, be willing to listen to us at this point.
Want me to give that a go? Get the medic and the injured person
Sure,
out the way while
okay.
Okay.
Definitely.
Let's do
that.
Easily done, yeah. So again, Faye marshaling the crowd and directing people where to go towards relative safety here. You step up and do the thing. You lead them off to a more safe area where people are filing out, trying to get out of the site completely, and you get them in the queue, as it were, and somewhere safely where they can begin to get out.
Of course,
I just
the
wanna
boy
say,
teaches them
when
how
it
to
comes
queue.
when it comes to manipulating people, Fangy and Harmony are an absolute pinnacle of that. When it comes to situations like these, I'm actually useful. Because all my skills are either getting myself out of danger or getting other people out of danger.
That's
Yeah.
what you're for, so...
Yeah.
We sure as hell can't do that.
Manipulation is get the fuck out or shotgun.
We sure as hell can't do that, so...
Yeah.
I'm just very happy I can actually help.
Yeah, you add a lot of value to the team in that way.
Very valuable to the team.
Right, go
Everyone
get a
is.
big chicken.
Right, I'm gonna go with Satsuki.
I still have one hold from earlier, Nick.
You do.
What does this monster want from us?
Ooh.
Great question. So, you have been observing this thing, mostly to get footage of it, because let's be honest,
Yeah.
that's why you're here. But you've noticed that as it kind of goes by and the fire kicking back up, and the fact that before it had came down to swoop at you all, before you'd caught its attention, what it was doing beforehand was simply just kind of doing loops and circles. And it kind of makes sense to you then that the fire, having spread out from this place in a mostly circular pattern, kind of radiated out from this point, it's just kind of been ranging about. It is actively trying to spread the fires. That is what it wants. It wants to make these flames bigger, makes more of them. People who are around trying to put out fires, or to not get caught on fire, that's a problem.
Is it trying to make a nest?
I think it is.
Oh god.
There's
It
going to be more.
So I'm gonna
like
get some
the
eggs with my
opposite of
fried chicken!
Oh, wait a minute. Bug.
Yeah, that's what I said, oh god.
Ambulance?
I know what's coming.
Wait,
Huh?
what's sending you, Cthulhu? The ambulance? Amber lamp?
Wait, how do you say ambulance?
I don't know, ambulance?
Ambulance?
Ambulance.
Ambulance.
Yeah.
I haven't heard that one.
Okay.
How
Huh?
Go. You like go?
Well, we knew this was coming.
Don't you?
Did we do
Confused
this
to
to
some
make the
noises.
moment Bug appeared?
You're good.
Gremlin or
God
how
damn
dare
it, gremlin.
betrayed.
Betrayal.
I will
Betrayed
say
by
I-
my ogre.
I didn't think about this when putting this together, but, I'm happy with that.
More.
Bug
More
runs
fire.
in, sets Abs on fire,
no.
runs out.
Oh, Frankie. Oh,
Wait,
no,
am
it's
I on
me,
fire?
never
I
mind.
never watched the
No.
actual thing.
No, it's more on me now. Never mind. It was
Oh,
on
I
you
see.
for a minute.
Okay, it has to spread out from a central point. Weren't you paying attention
I
to the
can't
plot?
see it because of the
Yeah, exactly.
stupid goddamn ad.
See, I can put out the fires with my mind. I move them around.
How dare.
How they?
Okay, so Harmony,
Um.
having realized that, you are starting to connect the dots. Satsuki and Deontay have
Okay.
begun to rush off in one direction, following the Phoenix, is that correct?
Trying to get the Phoenix to follow us by yelling profanities at them. Well,
Okay.
specifically, I'm yelling profanities at them. Diante's trying to make sure I don't die.
Yeah, pretty much.
Fair enough.
The usual.
I will say, go ahead and give me an act under pressure, Satsuki.
Alright. Act under pressure is cool, right?
Yes.
Alrighty.
Although today it's
I've got
probably
a-
pretty hot.
Yeah, I got
No,
a 0,
not
which means
again.
failure.
Yep.
Whoopty fucking
under
do.
heat.
Why does it act under failure to flip off a bird?
Well, no, so you are running through the burnt out husk of this campsite, kicking up ash and dust as you do through the spreading flames, and again, as so much has been destroyed and in ruins here, you lose your footing. You put your foot down, it sinks into the ash, and you go tumbling forward, rolling down a hillside, and as the flames begin to kick up and spread, you are cut off from Deontay and surrounded by fire.
Damn it.
Oh,
I always knew it'd go out with fire. Never thought it wasn't gonna be my own. Good thing I have the jacket.
Yeah. It's a good thing. Deontay, are you reacting to that in any way? And or anyone else back at camp? What are we doing? I know
Well, I mean, if I
Faye
saw
is
her go
pretty
down,
occupied. Yeah.
I'm
yeah.
going to try and get her.
Okay. Give me a protect someone roll.
I'm gonna say for the most part, Faye's gonna be herding people
Yeah.
away from Dave, so everyone else can do their job.
Okay.
I'm trying to keep the fire down so that people can escape and we can do things.
I believe in
Sure.
my friends.
Yep. Deontay, you see that the flames are kicking up and they're only going to get hotter. There is no way through this but through this. You pull your coat tighter around you, you duck and roll through the flames at a narrow point, and just get over to Satsuki. The two of you are now together, standing surrounded by fire, as you do see the Phoenix is circling down towards you all, his attention thoroughly grabbed and coming in right for the two of you. Back at the campsite, Frankie,
Job's getting done at least.
you do feel that, again, as the Phoenix has come by for a second swoop nearby, you cannot maintain your force of will to hold down the fires as they spread.
Okay.
Your attention is broken, your concentration snaps back into focus, and you do see the fire begins to start spreading rapidly around you, but you are less preoccupied by your own magical inclinations right now, and are now present in the moment. Faye is currently marshaling people around, getting people out. Mostly people have evacuated by now or on their way out. Harmony is standing, kind of taking stock of the scene, and she has a look on her face of profound understanding, as she is filming the whole thing for content all the while.
Amazing.
Just Harmony over here reaching Nirvana while filming.
I guess I will verbalize what I'm thinking about how it's spreading the fire and maybe it's making a nest or something.
A nest? It's spreading the fire.
Is there like a volcano we could like direct it to instead?
Not
there?
what
I don't think it would listen to us. It can't understand
Even
us.
if we did, it would probably trigger the volcano.
Yeah.
True.
Ooh.
I think it's spreading the fire so that I think it's connected to the fire. It simply teleported from one spot of the fire to over here. I think it's trying to spread its influence. Without the fire, it doesn't exist.
Well, again, to clarify, I did explicitly say earlier, do not teleport, per se. So remember, I said it sort of transferred, because there is still like a lingering presence elsewhere, but it manifested in a different spot than what you had originally clocked it as. And as the presence in one area weakened, the presence in another area grew. But not fully fade.
Split. Yeah.
Okay. It split its essence, I guess. I'm not quite sure. We could
That would
try
be
and
more
go
accurate
to.
to say, yeah.
We could try to go to the weaker spot. Maybe we could take it out at there. We need to get the people out, and then we need to possibly go over to there, I think. Well,
Sounds gay.
actually,
I'm joking.
What's that?
I'm not even there to say.
Yeah, no,
I was
so
like, sounds gay.
the only people
Oh.
you can really say this to are Faye and Harmony right now.
sure. I'm kind of saying I'm trying to like get the plan out
Yeah,
of my
verbalizing
head.
it. Yeah.
Verbalizing it, because now everything's starting to get on fire. They have its attention right now. Deontay and Satsuki, right?
Yep, and on that note, we'll pan back over to the two of them. The
Damn it.
Phoenix is swooping towards the two of you. It is going to try and grab you.
Who you? Me, you, him, you?
Both.
Probably both, yeah.
It is-
It's
it is-
enough
it
to
is
grab
very
both.
large.
Big enough.
Do you
Are
want to
you-
go first?
Are you going to try and do anything about that?
I would
You
like
do have
not
a moment to
be-
react as it is coming in.
I push Deontay out of the way.
What? I grab you.
Give me a protect someone roll.
God damn it.
Both of you are like, no me, no me, no me.
And I'm a tough bitch.
Okay, and you do. So you see this thing coming in, dive bombing for you. Talons outstretched, large enough to grab both of you. But it is, as birds do, kind of laser focused on the point it is moving towards. A quick shove, bit of a kick. Deontay goes tumbling back just a scooch, and the Phoenix swoops in, grabs you. You feel a large, just impossibly strong, crushing force grab you. The weight of something that is as large as this thing is, impossibly big. But more than that, more than the pressure of it,
The heat.
you feel is the heat. Yes. You feel not just the heat of it, even though your jacket is flame resistant and you are wearing several layers, you do feel that what you are wearing is catching on fire, and that all of your hair is singeing and burning. Your flesh is starting to scald and scar, just from the sheer proximity and the closeness of this thing. You have some resistance for now. You are going to take 2 harm here.
2 harm. Yeah. All right.
But it is quickly going to be burning through this if you are going to maintain contact with it. And you have been carried up into the air.
How is it holding me? Is it like, are my arms stuck, or can I actually like do things?
We'll say one of your arms is free. It's kind of like, it's a bird talon. It's not like it's like 3-pronged. So it's like, it couldn't like really wrap you up unless it gets you really good, and you pass your protect roll. So you have an arm free to do stuff with.
Okay, so I can use my 38 to try and
absolutely
blast him from
if
the
you
bottom
want
of the
if you want
head.
to try and shoot this thing, go for it.
Oh hell yes.
Yeah.
I'm trying to shoot the bitch.
Okay.
+1 thanks to it causing me harm.
Yep. Give me a roll to kick some ass.
Wonderful. Ass whooping.
Yeah, you do.
Incoming.
So, yeah, you reach down for your holster, you free your 38, and you just, again, this thing is point blank, and it's firing the broadside of a barn even more so. You take this thing and you unload several times into it. Shots ringing through. At this distance, it is hard to see from the sheer closeness, the brightness, the flames of this thing. You cannot fully tell whether or not these shots connect, embed through, pass through. It is hard to
or even
say.
melt before they get there.
Yes, it is blinding to look at, even with the goggles. But you definitely shot into it. And you do hear a screech as it does so.
Oh.
Whether that is pain or simply registering what happened, or whether it is purely coincidental, you don't know.
Should have shot it in the leg. Anyone else's turn, or can I continue?
Well, we'll pan away from that for now.
Yeah.
Deontay or the folks at the campsite. I will say, back at the campsite, for all intents and purposes, people have made their way out. They are fleeing down the road. They, unless you are like escorting them out and away, they're more or less on their way towards safety. Obviously, there is some risk since this thing is flying, but much less to them right now.
I trust the any of the park rangers to get the people properly out, so
Okay.
I'll stay with the group.
Fair enough.
Do we see Satsuki and its talons is flying away?
I will say again, as this thing is quite large and it is almost blinding to look at, it's hard to make out. You definitely did see that it dove down towards the direction your friends went off, and then it took off into the air after that, but you don't know exactly what happened there.
They grabbed his attention. We need to go. I'm gonna start making my way towards them. Just as a point of order, because I was using the water gun, to deal with fire.
Yes.
With the magical enhancement, how far are we talking? Would I be able to hit this thing like when it's not like right on top of us, or is it not that far?
You don't have that much range with it, no.
Okay, I just want to be sure.
Yeah, it's useful and effective as a tool, but this thing again is flying, and it'll make passes by where it becomes closer and it can be shot at. Definitely there were several points where that could have happened, but like where it is right now, no, it does fly, up and about. So.
Yep, that's fine. I just want to kind of get an idea.
Yep, understood.
But yeah. So as we're going, I'm still kind of verbalizing what I was saying before, but it's kind of like turning in my head of we either need to see if we can harm it here, or we need to go to where it's weaker, but it might just follow us, and I'm not sure what to do with this one. I'm not sure what to do.
Maybe going to the weaker area is worth a try. If it does follow us, then at least we can regroup with the other two and go from there.
Because it was relatively recent that I did that, do I know how far or roughly
Yeah,
what distance?
you would
that
know. You would
other weak
never
spot
have a
was?
have a rough estimate. Yeah.
Is it within running distance, or are we gonna be going for quite a while?
No, it would. Yeah, it'd be a bit of a run, but you can run towards it.
Okay. Yeah. Let's at least get over to where the others are. Because
Okay. Yeah. It coincidentally it does happen to be in the same direction as where Deontay and Satsuki had ran off towards. You both would be heading south. So
Is Deontay still in the ring of fire?
about that, Deontay.
That's a good question. Yes, I would also like to know that.
Yeah. So again, yeah, as was described, you are kind of surrounded by a ring of fire. Unfortunately, you did get to your friend in order to help protect them, but you're in the same situation they accidentally found themselves in. And now they are gone as well, having been carried away by the Phoenix.
Is there any sort of like gap or anything I could try to jump through?
Give me an act under pressure. Okay.
He's a parent with multiple kids. He is always under pressure.
Yep.
Even with one kid.
Okay.
We got extras with us.
Yeah.
So, there is nowhere, as I said earlier, there is nowhere that is clear. There are some places where it is thinner, though, and again, you do just kind of have to deal with that. You're wearing fire-resistant clothing. It's gonna suck, but you can pass through it. And you know that passing through it and getting to somewhere relatively safe is better than being caught out here and it just consuming around you. You're just gonna have to eat it.
And roll.
Yep, tuck and roll. You gather your clothing around you, you rush forward and try to hit the ground rolling as you do, pass through. You will take 2 harm from this. Actually, no, it'll be 1 harm because you do have the protective stuff. So you'll take 1 harm from that as you are singed and burnt, but you make your way back through towards the rest of the group as they are beginning to mosey their way on over.
I am also continuing my roll a little bit because we all learned from school to
Yep.
stop, drop, and roll. Important things we've learned.
This is Deontay's second after-school special today.
Stop him and roll.
Yeah, so the Harmony, Faye, Frankie, you all having turned your attention towards the rest of your friends, you do meet up with Deontay, says conspicuously absent to Satsuki.
where's Satsuki?
Up.
Maniacal laughter that will about something about fried chicken.
In the distance.
In the distance.
Mhm.
Getting
Oh.
farther away.
There she is. Okay.
I'ma
Yep.
make you the goddamn KFC.
Why does that make sense?
Well, at least I don't think she's in danger of possession.
No, that's probably not what's going to happen.
I mean, I think she's
Um,
literally being possessed right now.
That different type?
Did I just gain a Phoenix, bitch?
Is it flying in the direction of the weak spot?
It is, and in fact, Satsuki,
Oh no.
you will take
Yes.
another 2 harm here, and you do feel that most of the fire protectant resistances of your clothing has been burned through. What is around you now is starting to be reduced to just charred ash.
Mm-hmm.
It will not offer you any more protection after this right now.
Oh, no.
Oh wait, so it offered me protection before this?
Yes, no, again, that was with the protection.
Oh, okay, because it's just like because I
We gotta do something quick.
I didn't think about the fact that
Nope.
does my protective armor shit
Yep.
actually protect me?
I'm aware. I remembered it that time.
Yeah.
But no,
So
yeah.
all of the 4 last ones could not be protected by my armor.
Well, no. So again, it would have been 3, but you're -1 from the flame resistant stuff because the fire would otherwise eat through your normal type of armor because it's fire. It's not like
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. 3. So I'm not unstable. Yeah.
No.
It's-
But again, it has swooped down towards the beach, and does seem to be beginning to land. So ideally, you should be able to be free of its clutches soon. If it drops you, hopefully, maybe. You do have a chance to act though, as it is making its descent. What would you like to do, if anything?
Hmm. Shotgun.
Sure.
And I'm gonna try to aim for as best as I can, considering probably how they're holding me to the connecting leg.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay, so are you trying to free yourself here, or are you just trying to fuck this thing up?
Yes.
Yeah, I was about to say, why can't it be both?
Well, it can be both. It's more a question of what we're going to roll here. It'll either react under pressure or kick some ass. And again,
I want to fuck
you-
this fucker up.
yeah,
Like,
assuming
main
you roll high
objective,
enough, you can
fuck him
probably do both, but again, it will depend on what is prioritized here.
you know, main objective, fuck him up.
Okay, sounds good.
Secondary objective, maybe he'll drop me.
Kick some ass.
Do it.
+1.
Yay!
Nice.
Yes, whooped! And I got a 12 plus, and I have the enhance for that.
You do. Yep. So
Yeah.
you again begin wrestling through your pockets of your coat, trying to reach for this thing as you're kind of partially restrained. But you manage to fumble for it and get the shotgun out, sawed off as it is, very easy to maneuver and use. You level this thing at the leg as it comes down towards the talons that hold you, and you fire. And you do hear another squawk from this thing, perhaps registering as pain. You still can't quite tell, but it seems to register that something happened. And you do feel the talon that grasps you does shudder very quickly, and it loosens. It does not let you go entirely, but as you look down, you do see that is for the best, as there still would have been quite a considerable distance for you to have fallen.
Fucking roll. No, I'm joking. That would have killed me anyway.
It does seem to kind of, shudder a bit, as I said, loosen its grip, and it does make the rest of its descent and drop you into what appears to be some kind of a nest. It is atop a cliff by the beach. There is actually on top of a structure of some kind. It's looks to be an old bunker or some sort of landmark. You're not entirely sure what it is. Don't know how well traveled you are out to this area. You mostly focus your wilderness travels up north of San Francisco, not south. But it's covered in graffiti around you, the little building it's perched upon. But on top of this building is lots of just charred, burnt up wood. And what to you very clearly is just a bright ball of fire, or you would almost say it's a ball if it didn't look very conspicuously like an egg.
So I am getting some eggs with my fried chicken. Fuck.
Handing over to the rest of the group.
Oh, but for my advanced effect,
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to put the all hunters involved in the fight get +1 forward.
Okay. Yeah.
Just to give that to them.
Sound good. So, the rest of the group, you watch and see this thing begin to make a descent towards the seaside, where Frankie knows this thing to have some connection to. And as you're watching it trail down as you make your way across, you do hear another loud bang of a shotgun blast go off, and you do see it kind of skitter about in the air a bit, flap a little haphazardly for a moment, and continue on.
Okay. Well, I guess that's where we need to go. We should go.
At least she always makes herself known.
Quite easy to follow, yeah. So I guess we're heading in that direction, unless we need to do any other prep or anything. I don't think so.
No.
So.
I will say, since it is still somewhat dangerous terrain, there's lots of fire and debris and stuff. Give me an act under pressure. For those of you who are not Satsuki.
Ah, right.
I'll be spraying with the extinguisher too while we're going
Sure.
along. Kind of a path ahead of us.
Okay. In that case, how about this? Have one person roll, and we'll call that a help out roll.
Oh,
Got
Never
something
mind.
For that thing?
Wait.
Okay.
wait.
Okay, you
hold
get
on.
a help out buff.
The thing is, I've got power of heart when fighting a monster.
Ah, so no, not
so
quite.
that doesn't count, does it? No.
Not quite.
Is fire a monster?
I was about to say.
Is the fire
fighting-
spread by the
fighting
monster
fire with the
considered an
monster.
attack of the monster?
That's just splitting hairs.
No,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
is
It really
environmental
is.
damage.
Nice.
Oh, what's help out roll?
Yeah, so those of you who wanted to help out, if one of you wants to make the act under pressure and then the other want to help out, we can do it that way instead.
I can do the act under pressure if you want, since I can like make a path for us.
Is that
Yeah.
what you just put in?
That's what I was planning. Yeah.
Okay. I was just asking if that roll was your act under pressure.
Alright.
Because I'll do
Yeah.
help out.
And now we'll do a help out.
Yeah!
What's help out? Cool roll.
Cool.
Yes.
Very good.
I love how we're
what
all
the
questioning it because we've never done it.
I'm the only one that helps out.
I have a 0, so that's a double 6. That's crazy.
I
Nice.
don't help. I
So I
hinder.
I get +2 from
Mm-hmm.
Deontay and Frankie. So
Right.
mine's actually a 13.
Oh yeah, y'all remembered to put your +1, right?
+1.
Yeah.
Oh, so then
You
it's
got a
okay.
+1 and you
Yeah,
got a +1 forward because of my antics.
Oh, well
Oh.
then assume I got a 12.
Oh, wait, that
Oh,
means
that's
Faye didn't
70.
fail then, right?
Yes,
Wait.
that would be mixed. It would push it up to a mixed.
Okay.
Oh, okay. So I
Yeah.
don't
Nice.
get experience.
Yeah, and again,
Oh,
with
okay.
that much,
Sorry, Faye.
You denied experience.
with that many people succeeding, even then mixed success, I'm not gonna create any extra problems for you. You were able to clear a path and make your way towards this. So yeah, you approach this again towards the cliffs out by the beach, and you do see this odd structure. It appears to be kind of like, again, a little weird bunker thing or something. For those of you who are in the know here about this area, it's called the Devil's Bunker. It's just an old like war bunker that was there at one point, and then everything around it is kind of like eroded and broken down over time. So it's very precariously perched.
What war?
I'm
Yes.
sorry? Well, not war, but like naval bunker.
Okay,
Like
okay.
a coast watch. You know what I mean?
When I think bunker, I think of the ones I saw the D-Day beaches. That was where my brain went.
Same.
Here, I'll
Okay,
get you a picture of it.
Oh, I went and I looked it up,
Oh,
and it
okay.
actually looks really cool and very graffitied.
Right?
Graffiti. I like
Also, it
graffiti
helped me visualize a little bit better where we are because I was thinking of what wildfires look like over on my side of the coast,
Mhm.
not over here, and that's very different.
Yeah. Yep. It's more of just like a wider smoldering and burning rather than just like a conflagration so much.
Mhm.
But yeah. So you make your way over there. It is a bit of a precarious climb since this is a bit of a precarious perch, but you do make your way over there, though again with some risk. And as you approach, you do see that Satsuki has definitely taken a turn for the worse, is pretty burnt up, and is in the nest of this creature, and trying to struggle for her own safety, or perhaps do something else. Satsuki, you will need to do something else before the rest of the group arrives, but they are. You can definitely you can see them approaching from up the up the cliff.
Hi guys.
I think you got adopted.
That would be funny if I got adopted. Just good.
And you know what? Well, that seemed like a dramatic moment to pause, and we'll get ready for that final confrontation. So we'll be right back, everybody. We're gonna take some bathroom breaks and get water, etc., etc. So yeah, we'll be right back.
Yay.
Hi, hey, hello. We're back, everybody. We're back. And it's time to fight a big chicken. I mean, Phoenix. Okay, so we last left off.
Frickin'.
Satsuki is still alone with this bird for just a little while longer. What will she do?
I'm pointing my shotgun at their egg.
Okay.
And telling them that if they move, I'm pulling the trigger.
I don't know if it'll understand.
Okay.
It's fucking better.
Alright. As you do that, it sets you down and you immediately level your shotgun at the egg and begin making threats at it. It rears back and you would think it would squawk at you, perhaps threateningly. But no. As its mouth opens up, a gout of flame lashes out at you, burning you, smoldering almost like the breath of a dragon.
Alright, the trigger fingers has itched and passed, and now I'm clicking the finger.
Yep. You will take 3 harm from that, by the way.
Oh yeah, for sure, I am fucked.
What do you mean you're fucked?
I mean, I am unstable at 1 health.
Oh.
Oh no.
That's what I mean, I am fucked.
Yeah, you do give me a kick some ass roll, though. For
Hell
the
yeah.
egg. You did declare you were going to do that, so...
Oh yeah. Told it not to move, or else I'll shut the egg. You move?
Okay. And as your world is consumed by flame, you can't hardly see anything. But you know you shot, and you know your gun was leveled at the egg when you shot.
Onto the anvil, into the fire.
Everybody else, you are clawing your way up this the cliffs towards this bunker, just now within reach of it, as you see this thing just immolate Satsuki, just bearing down on her with a blast of fire. She is consumed by the flames around her, and the jet of flame just engulfs her. You do not see her come out from it as you approach. It is a torrent. You are all now close enough to act, though. You are slightly at range, though, since it is on top of this little bunker building. You're kind of at the foot of that. But if you wanted to shoot it or do something that has a ranged increment, that's fine. If you want to get up and close to it and into the nest, you'd probably have to climb up there to do that.
Shooting water.
Are we close enough for the water?
Yeah.
So,
Yes.
Are we? Okay.
Yes, you are.
I mean, water attack. I'd say that's
Okay.
Blast it.
At least to start.
Getting immolated person behind me.
At least get its attention off of Satsuki at the very least.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Even if it just pisses it off. Hopefully it pisses it off enough.
Now, I will say this can either be a kick some ass or a protect someone roll, depending on what your intent is here. You can make that choice individually. Who would like to go first?
I'll go first because I think it's exactly the same for me. It's tough either way.
Yeah, isn't it tough anyway? Yeah.
Yes, but the results are different.
Oh, actually, what are the differences?
That's a good question. I never do this.
You know what? I'm gonna aim to do protect.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's see how this goes.
You're trying to draw attention, intervene to save your friends.
Nice.
So that's it. Either draw its attention or.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, what is it? Protect someone.
So you do protect them. You're going to draw its attention towards you.
Yep, that's fine.
You do get the effect of a 10+ roll, though, so you can either suffer a little harm yourself, protecting yourself from incoming attacks as well. You can focus all of its attention on you. You can try and harm some. You can do a little bit of harm to it with the water as well, or you can hold it back in some way, keep it from maybe advancing on you all.
Hold it back.
Okay. So you turn towards the Phoenix and begin firing. jets of water begin to hit it and sizzle against its burning form. Definitely drawing its attention. It stops. The blast of fire from its mouth no longer spewing forth. And you do see smoke and char standing in front of you as Satsuki is very unsteady on her feet. And as it is turned towards you, you are keeping a suppressing fire on it, holding it back, or at least making it think twice about advancing.
Yay.
I'm still standing. Yeah.
I'm gonna try and kick some ass with my water gun.
Yeah.
Okay.
Come on, hand.
All right. So yeah, seeing that you, Faye has drawn his attention, you join in. You begin spraying this thing down, hosing it with water, your magically enchanted water, to fight this being of pure fire and flame. Once again, the steam just rolling off of its form as the water makes contact. And it does squawk in kind of a squealing squawk, as it were. You can't know for sure whether this thing feels pain. Again, it is so thoroughly alien to you. But you have to imagine this is doing something to it. You know it should.
Gotcha.
Harmony and Deontay, you can still choose to do something in this moment.
I would also like to kick some ass. Add on to it.
Okay. Yep.
Is that +1 still going from Sasuke before? No, right?
I know, it's +1 forward. It's +1 forward, not ongoing.
yeah.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
No, she bought y'all some time to get up to her.
Okay, so
Yeah.
just a mixed success.
Yeah, so again, you also join in. The several blasters, super soakers, spraying it down, contributing to the firepower, pun not intended, against this creature.
Can my extinguisher foam reach?
Absolutely, it can.
Okay.
Form as ace.
Yeah, and so you as well join in, now hitting it with this firefighting foam, spraying it down, suppressing the flames of this creature of unnaturally powerful flame. And you do see, all told, with as much as y'all are doing, the flames on this creature do begin to be fought back a bit, whereas in its first form, as it was looking at you all, there was flames just leaping off of this thing, wildly flicking out one direction or another. It's a lot more condensed now. It's a lot less dispersed. There's a lot less of a corona around it.
Does it look like it has a form underneath all the flame?
Kind of. So yes, it does appear to be corporeal. There does appear to be some sort of a physical form, but whether or not that is made of physical matter, you're not sure. But there does appear to be a more solid bits of it.
Because we need to. Because
The bunker, from what I understand, what it looked like, is right over the ocean.
Yep.
Right. So we need to find a way to pull it into the water and
Ooh.
extinguish it completely.
Good idea.
Oh,
I'm being.
although
yes.
it's
Send me
how
in there
big
too.
is
I
this
kind of
thing,
need
though?
it.
It's-
I'm a bit crispy around the edges.
Mm. And as you all are spraying it does in fact spray back. Much like it had done to Satsuki, it begins to rear up and fire just a blast of flame from its mouth, all directed at Faye, as she was the one who was drawing his attention previously.
Oh shit.
Faye, you will take 3 harm here.
Oh.
Oh god.
It's okay. I'm okay.
It has singled you out, and there is a just torrent of flame that hits her. The rest of you all are standing next to her, probably shocked and concerned for Satsuki and now for Faye, as the fire begins to spread around you, and you're continuing to lay on pressure with water as best you can. Actions are back around, if anyone would like to do anything in this moment. Satsuki, again, you are unsteady on your feet here. You are also unstable, so be wary of exerting yourself too much with what you do here. But The floor is
Kind of
yours
just
if you,
need
if you
to
wish
crawl
to.
to semi-safety.
Would
Satsuki do that?
Do you want to try and just get to safety?
Satsuki would probably just pull out the 38 and try to get a shot off.
Okay. At?
The chicken.
Okay.
My next meal.
Then roll to kick some ass. I will say
that chicken.
To be able to eat it.
you have the guns on hand. It's not hard to just raise a gun and fire. So I won't make you do anything for your instability right now.
Okay.
Yeah. So amidst the sizzling and crackling of flames and the shouts of each other's well-being and the squawks and squeals, the sound of a few gunshots also ring out, pounding into the back of this creature.
Where are we, like, directionally speaking?
You are
we-
essentially like at the base, like the foot of this little bunker. There's not a lot of ground there, but you all are up onto it. The bird itself, as well as Satsuki and the nest, are on top of it, on the roof of it. So y'all are firing up at it, and it is firing down at you.
But we are on the land side.
Yes. Yes, you
Okay.
are.
So
Yep.
we could theoretically move forward while still spraying it.
Correct. Yes.
And-
There is
okay.
not a lot of forward ground to move, but yes, you could.
Yeah, but we're trying to push it towards the ocean. So,
Sure.
So that's really what I'm is taking a step forward while still laying down the fire into it. Water, whatever.
No, it's a good idea. You want to corral it towards the
Yeah,
ocean.
yeah. Basically, try to maybe extinguish it enough
It can fly.
that it just. Yeah, but how corporeal is it? If we extinguish it, like if we focus especially on its wings,
yeah, I was
and
thinking
extinguish
click
its
the
wings? yeah, we're killing
Oh.
that and then forcing it into the ocean. That
Let's
is-
try, but
Yeah.
I'm down
I
for
am
that.
open to other suggestions.
No, I think that's what I was thinking too. Basically, extinguish it as much as possible, then try and force it into. So we want to try and move forward and force it back towards the ocean.
As a point of order, it's still gonna attack us while we're trying to do that. So I am gonna switch my kick some ass to protect someone so that we can kind of spread out the hurt.
All right, then I'll change to a just kick ass then.
I'm
So-
going to continue with the kick ass.
Well,
Okay.
hopefully I can actually do it though.
Then let's have someone here make a roll. Any order is fine.
What, Frankie?
What is with my rolls that I've had like 2 double ones, 1 double 6? I don't know what's going on.
Look at all of that experience
Sometimes it's
for
just
you.
like
Look at all
that.
that
Yeah.
experience. Oh no.
You just had to say something, Kai,
Okay.
huh?
Sometimes things go bad.
That was on me.
Ah, fuck.
Sometimes things go bad.
Ah, you
Sometimes
just
things
had
go
to.
bad.
Kai!
Oh god.
This is definitely my fault. No, I think it's Abs's fault for not knocking on wood when she was talking about her roll.
We did!
No. And besides, I was
Oh,
talking about a
no.
specific role, not just roles in general.
Wait, did we get all 4 of us?
Yes.
All 4 of us?
You
Yeah,
did.
we all
Uh-huh.
failed.
Oh no.
I know this is bad, but it's also just really fucking funny too.
Yeah, a little bit.
It's
Not
a
gonna
little
lie.
funny. Oh boy.
So,
Okay.
Drac, what happens to the gang?
Yeah, I wasn't prepared for all that at once.
Hey guys, are you ready for your TKO?
All of a sudden, just, just ash.
Hey! Yay!
T-K!
TK.
T-K-O!
Yikes.
Okay.
Oh god.
So, the bird, thoroughly enraged now by the pressure y'all are putting on it, just goes in at you. It just leaps for the group. Frankie, who was preparing to hose this thing down, get its attention, it had already clocked you. It knew what was going on, and it was going for you. It lashes out, and it grabs you in its talon. you will take...
Oh no!
It would be 3 harm here. It's reduced to 2 because you are wearing fire protection. But it has you in its claws right now. And as it does, it just kind of like kicks off the ground, also sailing up into the air.
Which claw? Is it the one I fucked up?
No, it is not.
Oh.
Yep. So you are caught and carried by this thing into the air. It will.
Goodbye, everybody.
It continues to breeze by, and it turns its head around. Another blast of fire gushing forth, hitting Faye again, and also Deontay this time, caught by the fire as well.
Yay.
So that is 3 harm to each of you. I will say for both of you, and also last time Faye, you should have caught this as well. You should reduce that by 1. It's 3 reduced to 2 here because of fire protection for temporarily.
Okay.
I will say, Faye, though, your fire protection is kind of burnt through. You feel the fire retardant clothing starting to give way and starting to shrivel up.
So still 2, but it's basically...
Yes. No, you're not getting more protection out of this.
So I am now unstable. Yay!
Yep.
Welcome to the club now.
Harmony, as it begins to flap around and fly, you're on a cliff. You have a big heavy backpack. Give me real quick an act under pressure roll.
Really? I'm usually good at those.
Okay. And as it kicks up all the wind, the gust hits you, sending stone and scatter around debris, hitting you for 1 harm, and you also lose your footing and begin tumbling down the cliff.
Oh.
Oh boy.
Na 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 na.
Your stream is treated to a very bumpy, very jarring camera angle change very quickly.
Oh no.
Oh no. Yep. It has gained some elevation into the sky as it begins to circle around. Frankie, as this thing holds you, you can feel its grip beginning to slack. It is going to drop you.
Great.
You have a moment to react as you feel its grip slackening. Otherwise, you are going to go plummeting quite far.
So my choice is actually there's not really a choice here. I'm gonna go. It's gonna drop me from a really fucking high height. I don't have anything that can like fly, so
go get him.
but if I hold on to it, it's gonna burn me quite badly. Yeah, it's like still insanely hot.
Those are both true statements.
Okay. What the fuck am I gonna do?
Your best.
My best. Great. I guess I'm gonna pull a Satsuki because I guess the only thing I can do right now is fire my water gun at it from this close range.
Okay.
But I'm going to specifically, I'd like to aim for its wing.
Okay. Roll to kick some ass for me, please.
Come on, please. Wow.
As you feel the grip slackening, you know you can't stop it. You know you're going to fall. You think you might as well do some damage before you go and maybe bring this thing down with you. You raise the water gun towards its wing and pull. It's empty.
Yep.
Been using it to fight fires this whole time, work your way through, and to fight this phoenix. There's nothing left in the tank.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You drop. You fall a good 40, 50 feet into the soft-ish sand below, hitting it like a sack of bricks. You're taking 4 harm here.
4 harm?
Yep.
I am now dying. I'm at 0.
Okay.
Well, you're like my bar's full.
Right. Yep. Harmony, you are tumbling down the cliff right now.
Yeah.
If you would like to try and right yourself, I would need an act under pressure. If you want to try and do anything else, feel free to declare something else, and we can go from there.
I would like to stop tumbling.
Okay. Give me an act under pressure.
No one can leave Tumblr.
All right. You manage to grab hold of yourself a little ways down. You don't fall all the way down to the ground. You're not back up where you were, but you manage to get a bit of flat patch to kind of stand on a bit of a ledge. So you are safe and secure for now, and you brush yourself off, stand to your feet, and kind of quickly sweep and take stock of the situation. You just see Frankie hit the ground below you.
Don't like that. Is that all I can do, or?
I guess it depends on what else you want to do here. That is definitely going to like take some of your time and limit you. But if it's something like calling out or trying to think of something, those kind of roles, or maybe something that you could genuinely do very quickly, then maybe. But that's definitely going to take a lot of your time. So.
Yeah, I was gonna ask if I try and like heal Frankie, that I'm guessing
that would take more time.
Too much, yeah.
Yep. I would also say for that to work, you will need to be closer to him.
Yeah, I'll just shout, "I'm coming for you, Frankie! Hold on!"
Am I even conscious?
You are not.
Harmony's not gonna know, though, from there.
No,
Yeah.
I know. I'm just, yeah.
Okay.
Wait a second, why did I fake like as if I was fucking dying? I've got, Berserk. No matter how much harm I take, I keep going until the fight's over.
I mean,
During
yes,
the fight,
but
I
also
can't
there is still,
die.
Sure, but you could still collapse right after the fact. You're running basically on pure adrenaline right now.
Yeah, basically.
But again, there is still that fight or flight that does kick in sometimes involuntary
Fight.
ways. And I know you're mostly fight, but again, sometimes it does come up. And again, your body is also still just fucked up. Yes, you can push through it,
Oh,
but
yeah.
it doesn't mean it doesn't hurt. It doesn't mean it's not hindering you.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But to that note, Satsuki, Faye, Deontay, what are we doing here?
Oh yeah. Did I manage to crack the egg?
You glance over and see it. Yes, it is cracked.
Good.
There appears to be like a big seam or split kind of running down through it. It's not like blasted open, but it does appear to have been damaged in some fashion.
So I'm going to say, honestly, no matter what happens, I'm going to help. I'm going to use power of heart to help whatever role Kai does.
Okay.
So, basically, +1 to your roll, Deontay.
Okay.
I'm gonna assume it's basically me just laying down suppressing fire against the phoenix or something. Not
that's
causing
all-
any harm, but
Like, what is it looking like right now? Like, is
On
it
fire.
Yes, I know that. Does it look like it's taken, like, any
That
decent
bird is on
amount?
fire.
Yes.
Is it...
No, so I will say, like, when you guys have hosed it down, I actually was describing this earlier, and we kind of like jumped in the middle of it. But it has less of a like flames like licking off of it, less of a sort of corona glow around it. It is more of a concentrated sort of like, it's more condensed, more concentrated. It's still a large, creature, and it's still a being of flame. But those flames are hopping out from the center a lot less. It does appear to be suppressed in some way. And as was mentioned earlier, it does seem to at least register your shots at it when you've been spraying it down.
I know it's big.
Yes.
How big is it compared to me?
Much
Is
larger.
it an albatross?
Is much larger. So this thing is, you would, at an estimate, you would say probably about like 2.5 times as long as the Bugmobile. So it's big. Again, it was able to carry off an ambulance earlier in its claws.
So I probably couldn't manhandle it.
Not likely. I mean, it's possible. Again, this thing, how, assuming a sort of avian biology, which is an assumption, birds have, hollow bones. They're not necessarily very stocky. So force and weight do matter, and you can apply those in a lot better ways than, say, a bird could. But in terms of sheer size and bulk, yeah, it's going to be hard to do.
Okay.
Hard, but not impossible.
Okay. I know I need to get up onto the bunker to do this,
Okay.
but I want to get at it because I want to charge it and just drive it into the ocean myself at this point.
Well, currently that'll be hard to do because it is flying. It had just
So we need to
flew
get
out
it back
and
down.
dropped Frankie. Yes.
Okay, that's what I mean. Okay.
Yeah. So right now
let's-
it's swooping by again.
Okay, so I'm gonna lay some more suppressing fire. I'm specifically aiming at its wings.
Okay.
Abs, go ahead and do its tail. Because
I've
the crows
done-
use their tails too.
I think I'll have to do that next because I've done the power of the heart, which I think is
Okay.
my.
Okay, I
Okay.
misunderstood which way.
No, it's alright.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
it just
So
means
I
that you
will-
get +1 on your
Okay.
roll.
Then I'm gonna focus on its wings just to
Okay.
try to see if we can't get it down any.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yay!
Yay!
Yeah. So you
Woohoo!
begin firing at its wing, hosing this thing down, and you do see again that sort of steam roll off its wing as you do see it kind of like begin to semi-extinguish. Does not fully fall away or become blown off in any fashion. However, this thing does begin to become very visibly shaky, and on these high cliff winds, especially with all the heat differentials going on, it is pretty shaky to the point where it does, yes, have to come in for a very rough, kind of rocky landing back into its nest.
Okay.
The only one here who's left with an action who has not done something yet would be Satsuki, if she wants to take some action currently.
As it's landing, do you think I can shoot its leg again?
Yeah, absolutely.
Wonderful. So,
Is it with the
After
shotgun
the
or
pressure-
38?
the 38.
You are trying to probably kick some ass here.
Yeah, okay. Making sure. Do-do-do-do.
Good chance.
Okay. Yeah. So you once again level your revolver, begin firing at it, taking shots. Some of them definitely land, and begin tearing through. And you do see that as the thing is again a lot less energized right now. There's a lot less fire and flame obscuring what its sort of central form is. The bullets do appear to be connecting. They're not doing very much relative to, say, the water, but they are connecting.
And I was specifically trying to aiming for the leg. That I
Yes.
fucked up.
It's definitely unsteady on its feet, just as it had been unsteady on its wings.
Hey, you can't fly and you can't walk, bitch. Next thing you know, we're gonna put you in the in the frying machine.
Yeah.
Frying machine, yes.
Well, what? I don't know that you
Frying
fry.
machine?
Yeah. There you go.
Frying machine, yes.
Yeah.
Fucking
The fryer.
yes, that.
Yeah.
Would you put a phoenix in an air fryer?
Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely. It is the air
Absolutely.
fryer.
It is the air fryer. Yeah.
Oh, true.
It is the air fried.
It cooks itself. It's so polite.
Congratulations, you cooked yourself.
So the Phoenix has now made a rough landing and is near Faye, Deontay, and Satsuki, in some regard at least. And Harmony is still halfway up a cliff, and Frankie is very much at the bottom of those cliffs.
I've hit rock bottom, you could say.
I've really hit rock bottom.
What are we doing?
Dying.
Well, if
I mean,
we're
on that note,
around-
actually, I will say, yes, Satsuki, please give me a tough roll real quick.
Alright. Just tough roll. It's not an attack, so no plus. I mean, actually, is it? Oh, yeah, no, it doesn't specify for an attack, so I do get the
Yeah.
plus one. Yay!
Okay.
Do I get a big success when I have a +4 in total? Son of a bitch.
Sometimes it do be like that.
It is still enough to keep you on your feet, though. You do, again, feel the flames still kind of burning through you where you are singed and seared. And for a moment, you kind of get that, pardon the pun, hot flash, feeling like you are going to pass out. But you sheerly force your way through it. And you remain on your feet. And you do keep that the last harm you have unticked does not tick off for you.
Yeah.
I hate to ask this, Drac,
Yes?
but do I have to do anything at this state, or am I?
Yep, that's a great question. I'm looking for it right now, because it's been a while since we've been here, so I need to check again how exactly.
I didn't go over to the 8, so I didn't die, but
yes.
So I'm exactly at the 7, so I don't know what happens.
If I remember correctly, yeah. So I'm going off the top of my head. It's when you take any more harm after 8, you would die. But since you are unstable, there is the potential to take more harm. So essentially, you're bleed out. I'll say for right now, you wouldn't.
Okay.
But you do need to get medical attention urgently.
Yeah. Okay. I just wanted to ask in the interest of fairness.
Yep, you're good. So I wouldn't worry about this round. Maybe next go around I would be worried, but we'll see.
I'm still worried. But,
well, yes, sure. You know what I mean. You know what I mean.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Okay. So those of you still up and available.
So it's still in my line now, though, right?
Yes. Yep.
It's back in nest.
You still have a beat on it.
Now can I power tackle it?
Before you do a help roll, I'm doing the help roll.
Okay.
It
Sure.
isn't the help roll, it's the automatic roll.
Yep.
You get a +1.
Yep.
I love how insistent you are about that.
Yeah, I'm making sure you get the +1. We are beating this bitch.
Okay. To me, this sounds like a protect someone roll, because you were trying to protect everyone here right now.
Yes. It's still tough. It's fine. Okay.
Yep.
No, I'm gonna take the luck on that.
Okay.
I don't care how close to doomed I am.
Fair enough.
I've only got one left before
There.
doomed.
Yes.
Okay.
So 12.
I technically have one left.
Yeah. So, Deontay is just like a man possessed, rushing over, scrambling up the wall of this bunker, very bug-like, that crawling up, and almost slips for a moment. Faye quickly rushes over and gives a leg up to get Deontay up and on top. As this thing is bearing down, eyeing Satsuki for a second, you think probably going in for a kill. Deontay...
I can't die, bitch!
Deontay throws himself on it and just bear hugs this thing, the weight of his body carrying him forward on the Phoenix's already unsteady legs, and the two of them go tumbling off the top of that bunker roof. Deontay, you are in contact with the creature, though.
I know I'm gonna take the damage. It's
Yep,
fine.
you will take 3 harm here. I will say though,
Doesn't
as it is,
Deontay also have the jacket?
Yes, I'm taking
it's been burned through by now.
Oh, is it burned through? Okay.
Oh no, I'm sorry. You're right. No, it'll be 2 here.
No.
You have one more. You're good. This will be
Okay,
the last
okay.
of it, though. Yep.
Okay, that's fine.
So, the Phoenix and Deontay are tumbling over the edge there, kind of going end over end. Harmony, you are watching this happen there as they kind of like go falling past you.
I want to try and like safely make my way down.
Okay. Give me an act under pressure.
Okay.
I will say though, you will have enough time to do the other thing you wanted to do, unless
Maybe not.
Okay.
Okay,
Yep.
we need to stop doing so poorly.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
just it's a weird turn tonight.
It's an
Needs to
experience
scale.
day.
Yep.
Well,
Okay.
for you all.
Boy, if we survive this, we have so much experience.
All right. So as they begin tumbling end over end, you begin climbing down, making your way over to Frankie, and the two of you collide. The Phoenix with Deontay atop it smack into you, and you go caught in the heap beneath them as well. For you, you would only take 2 harm here because it's more incidental contact, which actually does get reduced to 1 again because of the fire protection you have, although that is nearly burned through by this point. So,
Okay.
but you are also, at least fortunately, you're in the heap with Deontay when the two of you will ready yourselves at the water's line.
Okay. Sorry, guys. I tried.
Yep. Satsuki, you just saw Deontay go falling over the edge to protect you.
Fuck.
Satsuki Faye is looking up at you as you are standing there, again, very unsteady on your feet. You kind of, as you glance it back over and see, you do see that Harmony has now also kind of gone. You don't know at all where Frankie is. He's been gone for a minute. What's Satsuki thinking and doing right now? Seeing all of her friends around her just in utter chaos and taking hits.
We're in a coastal bunker, right?
Yep.
Water within throwing range?
No.
Fuck. Okay.
You are on the bunker itself, positioned on the top of essentially cliffs that have eroded almost entirely. It's very precariously perched up here.
So I couldn't throw something into the water.
I mean, you could, but it would be a long ways away. Here, let me see if I can find the image again.
I was thinking of yeeting the egg in the water.
Yeah, yeet.
Can I at least check on Deontay?
Define check on.
I was gonna say, I'm falling into the ocean right now.
Make sure they're not looking at him and go, oh fuck.
He's kind of in a tangle with the bird. It's he does appear to be moving at least. He's not dead. He's probably pretty hurt, but he's there.
Can I dive down to? I was gonna say tackle, but it's more gonna be just a head-on impact.
It is as a thing you can do. It is quite a drop, and you will likely hurt yourself significantly.
Yes.
Okay. Give me.
Right now, I'm genuinely banking on the you cannot die until the fight ends.
Well, no, you'll be fine. But again, there is. It does still apply after the fact.
I know.
Okay.
Look, I want to save everyone. I don't care about me.
Give me that act under pressure. Okay. Yeah. So you go and just launch yourself off after them. It is quite a fall. And as you jump into the pile beneath you, a good 30 feet down, 20, 30 feet down-ish, you definitely feel some things
on the bird
break on you and on the bird.
Hell yeah.
And you just crumple on top of them in a heap. The three of you are down at the water's edge. The bird is in the water. It is sizzling and smoking in steam, bubbling and boiling around it, and it is squawking and thrashing about. Very clearly, not happy to be submerged in the water like this. Very quickly, the flames are beginning to be snuffed out. Frankie, I do need a tough roll from you. Oh, okay. He's at BRB. Well, I guess we'll have to. We'll come back to that. A cliffhanger, as it were, pun intended. Okay. So anyone else can choose to do things. I will say the bird is thrashing about and is posing a clear and present danger, but also it is very much in clear and present danger itself.
Can I run to the edge of the cliff? Because I've just watched everyone fall off it.
Yeah. Yep. You rush to the edge of the cliff and peer down. You do see, again, the pile of three of your friends just caught up with this fiery danger chicken, just rolling around in the shoreline, just splashing and spraying, screaming and burning each other.
Can I see Frankie from where I am?
You can. You do see that Frankie is an unmoving heap, quite a distance away.
I'm back now.
Okay, welcome back.
And I'm gonna try and make my way towards Frankie.
Okay.
Which is cool, right? Act under pressure.
Yep, act under pressure. Okay.
It's a mixed. It's still a success.
Yep. You will make it over there to Frankie, who is unmoving on the sand beneath you. As you're rushing up, you can see that there is no sign of movement or interaction from him. Frankie, I do need a roll with tough, please.
Yeah, because I was still listening. I was like, as soon as I stood up, and you're like, I need the tough roll. I'm like, damn it, I just got up.
You're good.
Sorry. So, okay, tough roll.
Oh, I want to do something so bad to help. I don't think I can do it the same turn.
11.
You're okay.
Okay. Yep. So you go over and you are looking over Frankie, and again, there is hardly breath. You feel it is incredibly shaky and shallow. There is a pulse, but also it's pretty weak, and he is certainly not conscious. Panning over to the rest of the group.
Yeah.
I'm not super good at like combat stuff.
And I
I'll
stab
try
it
and
in the
help
back.
Frankie.
Okay, so
Oh,
you
good
begin to try to pick your way out of this situation, make your way over to Frankie. I will need an act under pressure from you as well as you try to get away from the threat range of this creature. Okay. And you do. You manage to get away. You are leaving your friends to deal with this thing. Hopefully they can finish it off. Either way, you don't want to be here to find out if they can't. You'd much rather be taking care of your other friend as best you can. You go over and you find the situation much as Faye has also found it, with Frankie towing the line between life and death.
I will attempt some magic.
Okay, this will take some time.
Okay.
Can I help out with it?
You can. We'll resolve that for the next round over.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
But yes, you can definitely do that. So you see this, and knowing not really what else to do, and knowing that you have attempted such magic before, you begin dipping back into your little dabbling of blood magic. Satsuki and Deontay, what are y'all two doing?
Stab the shit out of it under.
Okay, try to kick some ass.
My arms are still fine, motherfucker. Okay, and it's a 2+2 thanks to signature weapon. Well, thanks to tools matter, but yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck you!
All right, yeah. So, again, shaking and just thoroughly your muscles spent, very little energy left. You are wrestling with this thing, and you reach for your knife, and you begin to stab it and try to carve this chicken. And you do. You reach into it, you feel your knife contact with something. It definitely doesn't feel fully solid. Definitely feels like this creature is not entirely corporeal, but there is enough there. There is enough substance of some kind that you do connect with. And you tear into it and rend it open. And just begin to shove this thing down into the water. More open wound contact to the salt water. And it just begins to bubble and burn off. Until it is just smoking and smoldering and is little more than a pile of ash just drifting atop the waves.
Can I choose for my 12 to give +1 forward to everyone else?
Sure.
Thank you. They might need it, because I am at 0 and I am dying.
You sure are.
And,
yep.
If the fight's over.
Yep.
If the fight's over, it's just like, oh.
Yep. And you as you do this, you heave one final sigh and also fall over into the waves, splashing next to it.
Yeah, I'm gonna fish her out immediately.
Okay. Sure. With no active threat around you, you will not need to roll for that. You can drag her to shore.
Okay.
Yep.
Are you proud of me, Dad?
Yes.
Harmony, I need you to please give me that use magic roll.
All right.
What do I do to help?
Yes, you can use your help out if you have a thing that does help out, or you have to do a help out roll.
Should I wait till after
Help out
Faye?
Yes,
is
yes, you should.
Cool. So
Yep.
I'll do a cool.
Okay.
Haha!
Yep.
He helped, yay!
Easily enough. You have seen Frankie do a lot of stuff. You've even seen Harmony do a lot of stuff. You aren't really a magic user yourself, but you know enough to help out with drawing certain runes or accessing certain things. You're probably even digging through Frankie's pockets right now, looking for bits and pieces to help augment this.
All right.
You're a magician's assistant. Very good one.
Okay.
Next
Is that
success?
the +1?
Yep.
That's
Okay.
with the +1. Yeah. Sorry.
No, it's fine. It's
+2 actually, but it wouldn't change anything.
Yeah, it would
Plus
still be a
2?
9.
Yeah, because I have a +1 forward. You don't have to use it.
Oh, gotcha,
anyways.
gotcha.
Ah.
Yeah.
Right.
Y'all have a +1 forward.
Mhm.
I mean, that means Faye could, by
Okay,
technicality,
so-
change to a 12, if that
Wait,
changes
hold on, what
anything.
would-
7 to
Uh,
9. It works, but there's a
12?
glitch.
So you do this thing, and as you do, for Harmony, as you have attempted this before, it's less so a proper healing and more so a transfer of damage. So you are going to take on some of Frankie's wounds for yourself. You just, as you reach out and establish this magical connection to him, you just feel a rushing surge of pain. You take 1 harm yourself.
Okay.
Frankie is restored 1 harm. So he does regain consciousness, also still just very much in pain. You are still unstable, but you are conscious and alive.
Did I get his attention?
You did great.
Yep.
You sure did.
Is everyone okay?
No one tell him about Satsuki.
Yeah, everyone's fine. Just try not to move.
You might have
We'll
like
get
a
you help
concussion.
Okay, great.
And possibly broken bones.
I can't feel my legs.
Oh, that's
That's normal.
We'll sort that out in a minute.
Do you smell fried chicken?
That would have been the perfect moment for just Satsuki in the background.
Stop, you're not doing anything.
No, I
Yeah,
am
no,
fucked.
you-
I am,
you-
I am-
yeah.
I am unconscious. I'm gone.
Absolutely.
There is...
Yeah, at that point, I mean, he's not moving, for sure.
No, yeah, you are.
My bones are about as solid as the ash that the bird's made out of right now.
You are. So Frankie is just laying in the sand with several broken bones. Satsuki, it has 3rd degree, probably 4th degree burns. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Is that a thing?
That's hyperbole.
Oh, being all fancy about it.
Yeah.
4th degree burn. The highest level of burns that has potential to be life-threatening. Holy
Well,
shit, it's a
okay,
thing!
Okay, yeah. All right, fair enough.
The most severe and deepest injury affecting all layers of skin, muscles, tendon, and bones.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Hospital. Hospital.
Wait, so did we win? Did we get the?
Yes, we killed.
I mean, we
the
didn't
bird.
exactly win because I cracked the egg, but I didn't completely destroy
no,
it. So
I'm
it might
gonna-
make another.
I'm going to destroy the egg. I'm going to destroy the egg.
The egg.
Yeah.
Do you want me to?
I'm going to throw the egg into the fucking ocean.
That's what I was trying to do, but apparently I couldn't throw it far enough.
Yeetus deletus.
Do you need help getting Satsuki back up before?
You all do that while I throw an egg in the ocean.
Okay.
Can I go over to Satsuki, try and heal her, please?
If you can at least stabilize, that is the most we need right now.
Yep.
Yeah.
Basically.
Give me an act under pressure. I know Satsuki carries medical supplies on her, so you can try and do some good old traditional first aid.
Act under pressure, which is cool. Let's go.
Yep.
I'm like
Oh, no.
using a lock. Fuck that. I'm
Okay.
using a lock.
Did you forget to use your +1?
That was a +1. Is it? But wait.
I wouldn't have done
Six,
anything actually.
It would
Yeah,
have been
so.
a fail anyways.
Yeah. Sorry, carry on.
So, and no, I will say you kind of needed to. So yeah, you go over and you are panicking because, yeah, Satsuki is real bad. You definitely know Satsuki has gone down a couple of times. You've seen her take a lot of hits in a lot of different ways. This is still, even for her, real bad. You are not a trained medical professional. You know a little bit of first aid because you've had situations kind of like this before, but nothing this bad. It is very touch and go. But you think as long as you're giving her kind of constant attention, you can kind of keep her from crossing that line. But it's very much you are all getting out of here as quickly as possible, and you're heading straight to the nearest hospital. And hell, there were like paramedics and stuff along the way that you had got out of here towards the exit zones and stuff. You probably want to get a medical professional to take her to the hospital.
Yeah.
Because that's the situation.
I'm very much okay with doing that.
Yeah. There is the briefest of diversions. While Deontay climbs up to the nest again, finds that half-cracked shell and just drags it down, hands burning all the way as he does. Probably takes somebody else's virus-resistant clothing, wraps up his arm and drags it off with him, and then just punts it into the ocean. Thoroughly done with this. Bruised, beaten, battered, burned, and broken, we make our way out of this wildfire and go to, hopefully, heal our wounds. But that's a story for another time. We will end things here. Do we have any final words from our players and or their characters? Hopefully not their actual final words, but...
Ouch!
Just
Hospital! I was just being wheeled away.
We all need a little bit of help, I think. We're
That was fucking dangerous.
Yeah.
That monster.
Yep, that one was real bad.
Oh yeah, no, I was fucking next to death. I am heading towards death. I looked at the Reaper right in the eyes and I went, "Wait for me, you bastard."
Yep. Well, no, again, that one was going to be kind of tough in the first place, but also y'all rolled really badly. But
I was pretty sure I was either dead or I was going to use my last luck to stave off death.
I was waiting
fairly
for...
no, you were about to. If you had there was once or twice you could have almost died. Genuinely, you passed the last roll to survive.
I was honestly waiting for the TPK.
The TPK, yeah.
Honestly, we were not far.
We were not far. Good job
first
on
one.
finishing it off.
Fucking Tiger's gonna pop back in what's the one in the hospital?
Yeah. Holy shit.
Yeah.
I left for a weekend!
Oh yeah, Tigers is gonna come back to the thing.
Well,
We're just all gonna be in the hospital. She's gonna bring us all flowers.
Yeah, basically.
some of us need some bed rest here, so let's get some of these injured folks out of here. Quattro, tell us about yourself and or Frankie and things you got going on.
Hello and hey, my name is Quattro Hazard, the musical Skull Spectre. I make music and art now, and I stream regularly. And I'm doing a lot of games. I mix it up a little bit. Yeah. My commissions, I do music commissions. They should open up very, very soon, and I am going to be putting up my video for my own background music that I made very, very soon. My own work has been kicking my butt, so I haven't done that. But I have some very exciting things coming through the pipeline I can't talk about yet, but stay tuned for those, and yeah, that's about it.
Cool, yeah, lots of good stuff. Many irons in the fire, one might say.
Yeah, including me.
Yeah. Equally injured, though no less worrisome, Alicia.
Hi, I'm Swindersy. I played Satsuki, the absolute crazy bastard this one. And honestly, my schedule as Alicia is basically chosen by the people around me right here. So if you want to know what I'm going to be doing, ask them.
Tomorrow you're doing a thing.
There you go, tomorrow I'm doing a thing.
Yep, you're going to be awake tomorrow, right?
Oh, fuck yeah.
Good.
Gad friend energy.
Okay, I guess tomorrow Alicia's doing a thing. Kaizad, tell us about yourself and maybe the thing Alicia's doing.
Hello, I am Kaiser TT, the Broken Crimson Dragon, known for horror and so much more. And also, I am doing a thing tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern. That's 3 for you, Bun.
Thank you.
We are doing some spoopy stuff with Franz.
I'm gonna make an alarm.
Cool. Yeah. Apps.
Hello, it's I, Absa, the whole supporter dragon. Tomorrow, I'm going to be streaming at 4 p.m. UK time to finish. Oh, no, not finish. I'm just gonna speedrun as much of the new story quest as I can. And then after that, spoopy times. Yay.
Yay. And last but not
Everyone
least,
likes
Fangy.
Hi everyone, Fingy here. Thanks for watching. I was playing Haunted Harmony. If you're interested in checking out some of my streams next week, I'm going to be streaming some Minecraft and some Elden Ring. And I usually stream around like noon Eastern. Come on by.
Cool. Yeah, definitely go check out Fangy and all the stuff they do. We are going to make our way out of here, but before we do, you can all find me in the other places where I'm doing the other things, more often than I am here. Discord. I'm also on Twitter sometimes, unfortunately. Tumblr,
Yeah, sounds about right.
other links, etc., etc. You know the spiel by now. You know how this goes. We are going to get out of here. I'm going to do a quick raid. I don't really know Mino so well, but I see Cthulhu is going and playing something with Mino, so I'm going to take y'all over there, I guess. Say hi to our friend Cthulhu over there, who has joined us before as Cassie here in Monster of the Week. So if you like this, you want to go have a little more of it, send our love that way. If someone's come with a raid message, feel free to do so. I'm not going to. There you go. Ab's got it taken care
Fire
of.
chicken raid.
Chicken raid.
Oh, I was gonna do Burning Love Raid, but that works too.
Sorry.
And hey, if you're here, you can use my
Burn,
fire
baby,
emotes. I got
burn.
fire emotes, so go for that.
That is true, actually. Hold
Fire. Chicken nugget raid.
And you all take care of yourselves. Have a wonderful time. We'll see you all later.
Yeah, thank you as always, Nick.
Oh,
Thank you.
Appreciate you.
Yeah.
All of the
Have a
appreciation.
good
for
night.
Yeah, night, guys.
Good night.
Night.
Good night.
Bye-bye.
Y'all are awesome. Bye-bye.
Bye bye. Bye bye bye. Bye bye.